welcome everyone to the after party. And so far with us in here, we have the one, the only, of course, the guest of honor, Mr. Vice Rhino is with us, and the lovely Bionic Dance is also with us, and Mr. Canadian Atheist, Mr. President of said Mr. I don't know where the hell I'm doing anymore. Randolf Richardson is also with us, and the beautiful Mama Atheist is with us. But what are the other? Close enough. and the lovely crazy cat lady, as she has been calling herself lately, Diana, who you know as Lavender Lady, is also with us, and our financial guy, Mr. Irish Swede, is also with us, and now we have joining us X from the Utah Outcasts. We have Purple Rhymes with Orange.
Hi, Purple.
We have
Hi, Purple. Yay.
We have all the way from across the pond. Sam Chaos is also with us, and yeah, I think that covers it. All right, so
you forgot your hair. That's
and my hair is also
Mr.
with us.
Rhino, it would be the second most important, guest. So, just saying.
And I also, just to forewarn everybody, basically, as soon as my daughter gets home from gymnastics, I have to bolt. Could be any minute now.
Okay, well, if you guys have questions for the Rhino, now's your chance.
How does one dot anyway? I've tried for years and I can't seem to manage it. My dad likes me fine anyway, but I've never been able to dot.
To dot?
Dots?
Like your daughter.
Oh.
You get a bingo dad. We call it. It's
Bionic, are you a dad? Because that's a dad joke.
I've been called queen of the dad joke.
God, she is the worst with the dad jokes.
No, it's a mom joke. It's better than a dad joke.
She's damn good at this stuff. So yeah.
Get
your paw out of my Earl Grey.
Is it still suicide if what you've done has encouraged other people to kill you? Because my sense of humor is kind of like that.
That's Rhino. I think you need to get Bionic Dance on your stream one day.
Well, homicide is just an extrovert committing suicide, right?
One way to look at it.
I don't know. I suppose if you do, when you hit those 60,000 subscribers and you do like one of these, I think it would be more of a live river, wouldn't it?
Maybe. So Social Blade is saying I'm not going to hit 60,000 until November 4th. So I'm streaming on Saturday no matter what. But November 4th is like I might not do if enough people subscribe, I'll turn the camera on. But you got to wait till the 60,000.
So tonight, later on, if either after the after party or maybe in the later parts of it, I will start an Among Us game, and y'all are welcome.
Awesome! I love that game so much. It's fun.
You're gonna wait until I'm gone to start the Among Us game. I see how it is.
Well, you're sus, so we've already voted you out.
You heard about badass Rhino who killed Matt Dillahunty.
They're going to be a rematch.
The people that killed AOC when she was playing were like, "Oh my god, I have to kill a sitting congresswoman."
I think I saw that.
It sounds like the kind of thing where the Secret Service would get involved if you said that online.
Was that the guy who goes? I think it's Toast or something. Yeah.
That'd be interesting. The Secret Service started playing the game and people started knocking them all off.
And AOC was the imposter. Oh yeah.
Okay, I have a question for Rhino. Since you're Canadian, how invested have you been in the shit show that has been the politics in my country?
Well, Canadians love our American neighbors. As much as we love to kind of rib at them a bit sometimes, but we are concerned for you guys. And
you're concerned.
Yeah. And well, there's also the fact that what happens in the States, because we are next door neighbors, what happens in the States, it affects us as well.
Yeah.
I mean, much as everyone else dislikes to acknowledge it, the US does play a pretty big part in international politics.
Yeah.
Sort of bull in a china shop style, but yes.
Yeah, I don't know so much anymore, but we'll see.
Well, also, if we piss somebody off enough to nuke us, the radiation would seep over the border.
Yeah.
Well, I have often said that there is nothing wrong with Canada, that warming it up and nuking Quebec won't fix. I figure one missile might take care of both.
Damn French people.
I'm sorry, I was raised in Vermont, right on the Quebec border. They did not make us like them. I'm just saying.
Back in the 70s, there was a lot of controversy, talk of separation. Things have improved a lot since then. Maybe not for the U.S., but for the rest of Canada, it has.
That's
Well,
okay.
I just noticed.
I live in Utah, and we got plenty of radioactive shit going on here.
Oh no!
Wait a minute. Not for the U.S., but for the rest of Canada? Please, I could only hope.
Yeah, you see that map of the United States of Canada and Jesus land, and I gotta tell you, it looks good to me. I'd be happy to be a Californian Canadian.
Oh, we wouldn't change the name of the country. That's non-negotiable. You'd have to become provinces.
I've been
Okay,
working
do
for
we all
2.5
have been
years.
California? I'm totally down.
Do
I've
we all
been
have
working
to
for
start
2.5 years to get
saying-
Canada to annex the upper Midwest.
I have no objections.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Exactly that.
I
My
keep
friend
saying
told me
this
that.
all the time. What is this sus or sus or whatever that is?
It's short for
Suspicious.
suspicious.
Oh, Diana.
Say it again.
It's short for suspicious.
Suspicious. Okay, then. Thank you.
So
Suspect.
it's in a game where most people play it and they have to type out what they're thinking. They have to figure out who the imposter is. So instead of saying Red is acting suspicious, that takes a long time to type, especially on a phone. You just say Red is sus.
Also,
Okay,
you only
fine.
have
Now I
200
get it.
characters. Because is it 100 or 200 characters you have? So you have to explain with abbreviations often.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The game does sort of have its own slang.
Most
The
people
best
don't
way
even
to play
type
it,
close to
though,
100 words a minute. So the short forms are good.
I'm the
We've been
grand
doing it with
drama.
some of the Aussies like Nervardia and Nacha and a few others. And what we do is we get on Discord so we can talk to each other. So we don't have to type everything out. Except the problem is you're not supposed to like let people know when you die and shit. I'm not good at like hiding my emotions. So I'm like, fuck.
Okay,
Yeah.
I actually
Then,
played
Mama,
briefly
you
with
watch the channel
Cirrus.
Needs Gaming, and they actually like have death sound animations that cuts their mic out when they get killed, and they have like the movie when they
Well,
die.
I was playing with Cirrus like a few weeks ago, and what we did was you just turned off our mic when it wasn't discussion time.
Yeah,
Oh,
Cirrus
okay.
does that, and that's quite useful.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
I
have
have
a
to
hard
go
time remembering to unmute
attend a
myself when
family
I'm
thing for really quick,
supposed to
Vice.
hear
I'd like
me.
to say thanks because you actually influenced my entire deconversion 3-4 years ago. But I've got to run for about 5 minutes, and I just wanted to pop in and say hi. And
That was good to chat
all
with you
that.
for a bit. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Can you kick me back into
True.
the waiting room?
Actually, I hear noises coming from my foyer, so I think I'd better get going too.
Oh, Vice Rhino, I just want to say that I really appreciate all the content you've been creating all the years. It's helped me to think more clearly about things over time as well. I can't remember anything specific, but I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you
I
very
just
much.
want to say,
Yeah.
who's Vice Rhino?
I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
I'm
were
messing with you.
you were among the first 5 atheist YouTubers that I discovered.
I'm just
Yeah.
having fun.
And
You've been a. I remember Purple Rhymes with Orange, longtime patron, right?
Yeah, I've been following you for about 3 years.
Yeah. Someone's sticking cold hands down my back, so I guess that means I gotta
Uh-oh.
go.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like fun.
Have fun.
Hi,
Catch
Mrs.
you like the
Rhino.
plague.
Yeah. Take care.
Take care.
Thanks, dude. All right. Well, we have.
For you, Neil.
Unfortunately, hang on one quick second. Unfortunately, Rhino couldn't stick around for long. He gave me a time slot where he was available for the show, which I had to abide by because he was right. I was chasing him to come on the show for the last couple of years now, and he's like, "Yeah, no problem." And then finally, it happened. But anyways, yes, you had a question.
Actually, well, it's just related to that. I did ask him on my channel a few months ago, and he said, "I'll come, but not until I come on Neil's first." So
Wait, he came on my show.
Floodgates open.
Well, at least he's a
he'll
gentleman
actually
about it.
be on my. I'm doing another secular Sunday service, not this weekend, but the next weekend. He'll be in that one. But you, Mr. Neil, have you read your book yet? Because that is this weekend.
No, I have not. I don't have a copy of it, so
You don't have a copy of it. Okay.
I don't. I told you that.
Just watch the movie. It's okay.
I've
I
already
won't
seen the
tell
movie.
anybody.
What?
I've already
book
seen
is
the movie
this?
a long time ago. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yeah, we're doing.
No.
You know, I tried to watch that movie and I just was so boggled by the first 10 minutes that I turned it off.
Yeah, Aaron Lewis and I are doing a book club, and our first episode is this weekend, and Neil is one of our members. So
Hunter Thompson was a big influence
Neil
on me.
was the first person. Like we were talking about who we wanted to have on, and she's like, "Oh, Neil!" So Neil was the
Really? She said that? Wow.
Yes, I'm serious. So, but
Holy crap!
Anyway. So see, now you have to live up to it, and you're gonna have to at least go watch the movie again or something.
Neil, just make sure you say, "Can't stop here. This is Bat Country."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what tons of mice just put there. Bats.
There, hold on. I got it. I might not have opened. It's not that long though, but I haven't opened it yet.
We're half an hour out of Barstow when the drugs kicked in.
Man, you know, that was something I was talking about when you and Rhino were talking about pot. It stopped affecting me. Like, seriously stopped affecting me. I tried vapes and edibles and just nothing. Last night, I no joke took 11 gummies all at once, just and nothing. Like for hours and hours, and then I went to sleep. It just, I don't know what happened.
I've tried smoking and vaping, and it doesn't really affect me. I'd like to try edibles.
I think like I've found, because I use it for pain, but if I use it for too many days in a row, it works less. If you have to kind of kickstart things and go a couple days without it, and it'll work better. And if you switch it up between the vapes and different things, it helps.
Yeah, tried that.
For me.
Didn't
That's
help.
better than my suggestion. I'd be like,
Really,
black tar heroin's
I just
cheap.
seem to have developed an immunity.
Well, that was your problem with taking 11 of them. You took too much at once.
But the night before, I took 3, and that didn't work either.
Maybe you just need a new strain. I don't know.
I don't know.
Can I just say that it's just not fair, though? Like, seriously, I live in Georgia, and it's not. It's really hard for me to get it here because I can't even with my chronic.
Don't eat the green ones; they're not ripe yet.
Like I can't even get it. I can't even get medical marijuana here in Georgia for my chronic pain issues, let alone be able to do what you guys can do and just go to the store. And that's something that needs to be addressed in this election. It's fucking bullshit.
Well, you know what needs to happen is everyone that I like needs to move to San Diego, and you can get all the weed you want here.
I love San Diego. I will be happy to. I hate living here. Trust me.
We all
I'll
know
be down there
how
eventually,
politics work.
Kate. So
Sorry, what was that?
I'll be down there eventually, Kate. So we'll have to hang out and do
We all know
Absolutely.
how
Looking forward
politics
to
works
it.
in the U.S. You know, you've got to get corporate money behind it. So who's going to make the most money off of legalizing the weed is we got to get like Hostess and Frito-Lay behind it, because when everybody gets the munchies, they'll get rich.
No, you know who needs to get behind it are the banks and stuff, because now you can't. It has to be all cash because whole interstate thing, and once the banks say, look, we can make a shit ton of money off of it, which everybody can. There's a ton of money to be made. They should be pushing for legislation for this as well.
That's okay. It'll be federally.
Near me actually has a way to pay where they can take it directly from your bank, like it's PayPal. Annoyingly, my bank not in that network, so it won't work. But so I still have to do the cash thing. But if you happen to be part of one of those banks, you can just charge it for the delivery.
The same goes for alternative energy. There's I'm working on a new video about the election, and they have projected that the Paris Climate Accord within the next decade will net about $64 billion to member countries in their expansion of alternative energies. It's something that will make the Republicans love money. Why wouldn't they want something that's going to make them a lot of money? The same goes with Hops.
Well, they also hate change. Is the problem. Like they don't. Number one, they've been taught since at least the 80s, probably earlier, that marijuana is bad. Just take that as axiomatic. Marijuana is evil. All of that. And then on top of that, since they hate change, like telling them, hey, why don't we go to green energy? You can make money off of green energy, things like that. They don't care because it would involve way too much changing over their oil. So it's like it's hard to convince those people to like try out something different.
Yeah. Yep. And the thing is that here, the only political party that doesn't want to legalize weed is the one in power, pretty much.
Yeah. And it stems back to the Reagan administration, and they used the whole war on drugs as a racist issue. It had nothing to do. Reagan even admitted that marijuana wasn't a problem, and there was no war on drugs. But they know this is fact. It is out in the public knowledge, and yet they still fucking believe it, and they push it, and it's bullshit.
Yep.
Nathaniel made a very good point. Reefer Madness was the one that pretty much set everything on fire back in 1936, and that film is hysterically funny.
Yeah, I can't believe people actually believe that though.
Crazy.
I still remember being part of DARE. You remember DARE?
Oh,
Drug
Jesus.
Use Resistance Education. I remember that.
It's in my kid's school. Yeah. She just
that's still going on here in Canada. That still goes on here in Canada.
When I was in school, when I was like fifth grade in the early 70s, they actually showed us Reefer Madness, and they were still using it as a propaganda film.
Wow.
It was still supposed to scare us off of using drugs.
Yeah, then you see the guy on the piano like freaking out, and he's playing piano.
God, so it's like, who has ever smoked weed and then lost their shit like they just did a fucking pound of crack? Come on.
Yeah, the only thing I've ever seen two stoners get in a fight over is who got the last Twinkie out of the box.
Or what video they're going to watch.
No, the munchies are such an issue, though. I had no idea. You hear about the munchies all the time, and the first time I experienced them, I was like, I am going to eat everything in the refrigerator and then swallow the fridge. There
you go.
Yeah. I don't eat very well anyway. I have stomach issues because of the meds I have to take because I, can't smoke weed legally because of, whatever. That helps as well. So, hi, Susan. I'd love to find this leaf. But yeah, it's
they're okay.
Stupid. Well, they're okay. Speaking of which, Divine Disbelief will be doing a thing election night, like I think onto the next morning, and inviting different people on if you want to check them out. So
okay, cool.
Just lose.
Oh, is this like a bring your own booze party, or do we just be depressed sober?
No, booze.
I always bring booze.
All of it. If you want the edibles, if you think they'll work, bring those too, because we're gonna fucking need it.
If they don't, at least one of you here knows how much Captain Morgan I got left.
Oh, you didn't drink all of it on my stream.
By the way,
there's a lot left. Although I need to take that text file I have with all those beers you told me about and actually take it to the supermarket for once and see if they have any of them.
Right.
By the way, Hopswatch, I apologize if I had known that you were requiring more dudes with hair in your stream the other day with Aaron, because I watched it, and of course he mentions me.
Yes.
Saying, "Wow, we just need Neil in here now." There you go, Reefer Madness.
Wow. I haven't seen the film actually. I know it since decades ago, but or I know about it, but. And I think you can actually watch it on YouTube.
Oop, there we go.
Yeah.
Probably. It's ridiculous.
And I noticed it says adults only, but if they want to keep kids off it, maybe they put that there because then they know the kids will watch it.
Well, either that or they want the parents to see it so the parents can terrorize their kids with what they saw in the movie while the kids are none the wiser.
Sounds like they're working every angle.
I'll tell you, the poster there, youthful marijuana victims, neither of them is under 35, and he's got to be at least 50. I mean, jeez, man.
And the first time I ever heard the title Reefer Madness, I genuinely thought it was a Cheech and Chong film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually used to have a T-shirt made out of hemp with one of the posters from the film, and it showed a man injecting a woman.
What?
With weed.
Oh, for the lower state cool.
No,
Well, must have been
that'll sound pretty good.
Must have been weed. Must have
been
started
injecting the weed again.
That's what Bionic Dan.
That's right. You
He's-
put
I
your
got
weed in
right.
there.
Also, it's a running it's
your
it's a
weed
running
in it.
joke in some Danish bands that you inject weed, basically.
It's a meme too.
Maybe it can. Yeah, I guess it would be.
It's like, roll a joint, have the gummy bears, or use my brand new monster pipes.
New baby.
Looks like a gavel.
And now he's becoming Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah, what is that made of? Is that just,
I knew you were going to say
like,
that.
What? That thing on
It
the
is
end
wood.
looks like something you use to with like mechanical. You stick it on a.
The ball and cup game.
No, I was thinking something a little more factory-esque, a little more car-esque, that kind of machine. I
I'm
swear.
thinking one of the.
Oh. Yeah,
I'm
I
thinking
thought
one of
Neil
the
was just
camera
getting out a
that
gavel.
judges sit with.
No, just the bit on the end, not with the handle. Or maybe it looks like one of those things. You ever see those guys where they have this thing on a wire and they're going back and forth like this?
Yeah,
and
like
it
the
looks
yo-yo
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Maybe it's one of those I'm thinking of. I don't know.
I think that's called a Diablo, actually.
Yeah, make sure you put a screen on there, Neil.
Yeah, no, I have a bunch. I just have to find them.
I was gonna say I didn't see one on there. I'm like, holy shit.
No. Just put this nice nug in there. It's like, my larynx is on fire.
But I'm high.
but I'm high as fuck, dudes. And there go my vocal cords.
This is far funnier to me than it would normally be.
Oh, Randolph, and your fucking memes, you have like every one of them.
Oh, Jesus.
Can't tell you how many times I ran through the school field when one of those pulled into the parking lot.
You know what I hate is you can't
can
spot-
always tell when those are actually cop cars now because they put this weird cattle catcher thing on the front of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can
Yeah.
always tell,
And
oh
the
yeah, that
searchlight.
one's a cop, that one's not.
When are they just going to start driving fucking killdozers around? I mean, what,
Mhm.
we've already given them enough fucking money. Why don't they just go ahead and start doing that?
Yeah, no kidding.
American
I
police
just
departments
noticed your
are
name.
weird.
What's that, Sam?
Some of the shit I read about American police departments are so weird.
Oh yeah, we have all this extra military equipment. Who should we give it to?
Yeah, nothing like
The
it.
cops. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I
they're
read a thing
also-
about
They're also prepared for it. I mean, they not only do the cops spend so long in training here, they get psychological training, but when they get new equipment like that, they spend months and months learning how to use it. Oh wait, none of that
What
is
planet are you on?
I was gonna say that was something so not correct.
I was about to say that. How do those boots taste? But no, I mean, I'm glad it went the other way. Thank you.
I'm not a fan of the police. No, not
Yeah,
at all.
this is
What
why
do
they
they
had
get? What do they get in Cop Basic anymore? 12 weeks at most.
It's something like that.
If even, I
depends-
think it was like 2 months for my brother-in-law. I think.
It depends on the state, and also depends on whether it's like a local or a state.
Yeah, he was going for correctional
force.
officer.
Correctional officers don't get shit because they're technically cops, but they still get less. They still get even less training.
Yeah, he's now a corporal and he's a detective at the same time. So he's moved up out of being patrol, but he's still an asshole. I mean, that's never going to change.
So wait a minute. But here's the thing: if he is working as a corrections officer, right? Wouldn't
Yeah.
that make him corporal punishment?
Yeah, if he was still doing that, he got out of the prison a long time ago because he was claiming how much that it was killing him inside working as a corrections officer. I'm like, you don't have to be a cop, right? You can find another job.
When I have a 16-year-old son, when he was an infant, and I would change his diapers and sing to him, whatever. I had my own sing-songy version of "Fuck the Police." So,
and thank you, Mikey, for the information there.
6 to 10 weeks.
6 to 10 weeks.
Like I said, it depends on where you would. And also
any
type of
of that is insufficient. Let's face it.
Oh yeah, and not only insufficient, but they need psychological training.
Right.
Just like so much more than what they have. And the fact is, they should go through psychological tests themselves, because you've got too many people that join these things and go for positions of power because that's what they're looking for. They're looking to be in power over people. And that's not okay.
Yes.
They do that with the RCMP, and they're pretty successful with it. But there's still a few bad apples get through. The Canadian Forces does that with the military police as well. So I hope.
And police forces give preferential training to former military, but then they don't give them training in how to de-escalate a situation.
Oh, de-escalation is part of it.
That's something I've wondered about, actually. Like when cops decide to raid someone's house, they have to kick in the door, shout police, and make this big racket. Now, I don't know about you, but if I wasn't right there in front of the front door and had no idea what was going on and heard all that racket, the first thing that would happen is my fight or flight would get triggered. So it's
well, and that's what happened with the Breonna Taylor situation.
Yeah, but I mean, even above and beyond that, it'd just be like I'm hearing all of this loud noise. It sounds like I'm under attack. And it seems to me that the cops wouldn't have to shout police, every time. You could probably get them to figure out, just go, guys, I got a gun on you and you're under arrest and stuff. I mean, it would probably make things go less disastrously by not freaking people.
It mildly freaks me out that your police have guns.
Well, that too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you know that you don't have to be a cop if you're going to rob somebody? You can yell police at them and then steal all their shit. It's not like it's a magic word.
Well, actually, one summer I briefly spent time at it wasn't a summer camp. It was technically the Vermont Police Academy, but they were doing this thing. Technically, it was a function of the Boy Scouts, but it was co-ed and completely secular. They called it an explorer post. Yeah, so for like a week, me and a bunch of friends went to this camp at the police academy, and I think it was that decided me not to be a cop, actually.
So, Billy, do you like to watch gladiator movies?
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Thanks, Neil.
Roger. What's our Victor? Do we have clearance, Clarence?
There's so many people that don't. I mean, nobody here. I'm sure everybody here has watched Airplane at least once, but there's so many people of the up and coming generation where they're like, I don't know that quote. What are you talking about? I'm like, I'm so sad.
How lucky they are to still have that experience ahead of them.
Is that the one with Leslie Nielsen?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. I didn't know the original title. What with the Danish note?
Well, yeah, it's Airplane with an exclamation mark.
With an exclamation mark.
Back when video machines first came, listen to me. I quit video
VCRs
first came out.
Make sure your children listen to the record player.
That's right. We had a top-loading Betamax, and that was the very fucking first movie that we ever watched on video was Airplane. In that top-loading Betamax.
Betamax was a better format than was actually a better format than VCR. A lot of people say. Oh.
Hello.
I remember in the 80s when I don't remember when the VCR came out exactly, but I remember when it became more prominent for people to buy VCRs in the 80s. I had a friend.
79.80, I guess.
Yeah, when it wasn't $1,000 a pop.
Like, he was at my house every other day, yet for some reason he felt the need to ask, do you have a VCR? Do you have, it was the coolest thing. Can you imagine that now? I don't even think my son knows what the fuck a VCR is, so.
Yeah, in 1982, my brother-in-law was the first person I knew to get one, and it came with the remote on a 15-foot cord.
Wow.
See, and people think I was fucking crazy for saying that their remotes used to be on cords.
I think we got one in 86 or 87.
Well, I wonder how many kids who talk about we're going to record this program off of the whatever, DVR, TiVo, whatever people use these days. I wonder how many kids boggle when their parents say we're going to tape it.
Yeah, I still say it.
No, Nathaniel, we mean airplane.
Yeah, I'm noticing it's fairly common to speak of taping something or to speak of footage. When somebody's editing a YouTube video, video for YouTube, they'll talk about editing the footage. Where is the footage there? But
I even hear younger people say they're going to tape something, and I think most of them don't really know what it comes from.
Oh yeah, you can get 2 10-year-olds having a conversation, and they'll just say that they're going to tape something.
Yeah, I had no idea that they came from an actual tape.
Like you get those videos of kids who are 12, like right now, and sit them down in front of a rotary phone and ask them to dial a number. There's like videos of that all over YouTube, and they're hilarious.
But I don't understand how people don't know how to use it, though. Maybe that's just because I grew up with like plastic rotary phones.
Well, I remember like
we were amazed.
Put their finger in one of them and go, let's see, 3, 9, 7. Like they're trying to do it in one swipe.
You can speed up the dialing if you push it along a bit, and it can almost do twice as fast. I've got 2 rotary phones. My kids know how to use them, but I made sure that
they're never coming back into service. So why even bother?
Oh well, because if they get onto one of those joke videos, they'll be able to wow everybody.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I've been thinking
it's like a cell phone skin that has one, so you can use it that way. It's like an add-on.
There is one. I think there is one.
Yeah, probably.
I've been thinking kids this generation won't know how to read an analog clock or tie their shoes.
Oh, that's happening already.
Yeah, my kids had a real hard time learning analog
See, it won't. It's not my generation. Generation Z is fine at doing that shit. It's the current 8-year-olds. Them lot are the people who are going to struggle with it.
Them lot.
Yeah,
I say them. I say them lot. I have like 4 of them as siblings. 5.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I mean, I remember back in the 80s when Velcro shoes were like all the rage, and I wore them for like a year and a half. And then we got to gym class where they make us like roller skate. Blades weren't a thing yet. And I realized I'd completely forgotten how to tie shoes after 2 years of Velcro.
I have landline.
I remember the first Velcro shoes as really, really bad. The Velcro didn't stick after a few months. So my mum didn't want to buy me any more of them. So I continued just tying them.
No, we don't all sound like grumpy ancient people. I mean, if we were grumpy, we wouldn't be laughing quite this much, I think.
I like it.
We should probably welcome Furry Skeptic was indicating earlier this is their first after show.
Oh.
Well, hello. How the heck are ya? I remember you from way back when. Didn't I do a Saturday shout out for you a couple years ago?
Welcome, anyways, Furry Skeptic, to the after party. I didn't realize you hadn't been one of these. Mind you, I don't always watch the chat, but usually in the after parties I do, but not during the actual interviews because I like to sort of, pay attention to my guests. Unless, of course, a super chat or something comes up. And by the way, yours was the best one tonight, Bionic Dance. Disregard this message.
Yes,
yeah, that's actually a very old joke, but I love bringing it out every now and then.
I may be old, but I still have some memory going for me.
Yes.
Kitty.
Yeah, me too. I all on the stick here.
I find it great how often I get called old.
What?
We're old. My son keeps calling and asking for food, so I have to bounce. But it's lovely seeing you all.
Okay.
And
have fun. Good to see you always.
Bye-bye.
Come
Mom.
On Sunday with Neil on my channel, 7 p.m. Eastern, to do our book club if you want. And if not, that's fine. See you later. Have fun, guys.
Wait. Yeah. What time? You're going to have to remind me of the time because I'm terrible.
I will remind you, but it's at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So.
Yeah, but I'm Pacific, so that's like 3 hours difference.
I know we had this problem when you had me on the show because I specifically asked you, like I was like, I'm Eastern, right? And you're like, yeah, I got X time. And so I sat there waiting, and I was like, what are you doing? You're like, it's not for 3 hours. I'm like, dude, I said I'm Eastern. So
I'm always messing that up. I was messing that up with Aaron. I've just messed it up with Godless Cranium. And back when I was talking to Shmariana Shmande, as he calls himself on Twitter, I also messed it up. So it's...
time zones are confusing.
Yeah.
My parents still live on the East Coast because that way it makes it so much easier to translate for other people. Because I'm like, what time would it be for my parents? And I don't know. It's easier.
Time zones are frustrating.
Yeah, interestingly enough, it went all right with us, Kate. I actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, there was no issues there. But how I messed it up with Aaron and Godless Cranium, I just don't understand. I even asked specifically, what's the time where you're at right now? I asked Godless Cranium that, and he said, it's this and this time. I said, yes, good. It matches. Great. We'll do this. And...
Moo.
Where is Godless Cranium anyway? I know he's in Canada, but where?
He's in Ontario.
You know, the existence of Ontario implies the existence of an Ontario somewhere.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. There must be.
Just offshore.
The thing that may have caused it was that we went back to we winded our clocks back 1 hour last week, this weekend, this just passing weekend.
We're not doing it this weekend.
Right.
You guys only do it this right.
Yeah, in Europe they did last weekend. We're doing it this coming weekend.
That's why.
Yep. That's already messed me up with some people in the UK.
Yeah, I got really confused as to why Neil was going online at like 11 o'clock. Because my clock's gone back and...
You've come back in time.
Right.
Theoretically, that's still one of the best tweets ever was somebody complaining that the Chinese didn't warn us about 9/11 because it was, you know,
oh my goodness.
Really?
Well, I mean, they weren't able to warn us because of the alien mind control lasers. You know, the ones on the dark side of the moon that actually influenced everyone to start with those cell phones that are going to give you cancer and make you gay.
That's right.
I thought they just made the frogs gay.
That's the frogs. That's the frogs.
Making the goddamn frogs gay.
Yeah, no, we just have to make ourselves gay, Kate.
Oh my! I just saw him earlier today. He had done a stream with Joe Rogan, which turned. I serenade myself to sleep at night with my laptop, and so I wake up and here's freaking Joe Rogan doing with
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones. That
so you turned it off and went right back to sleep.
Yeah, pretty much. No, actually,
well,
I had to get fish medicine, so I had to get out of bed and stay there. But and then
did you get ick?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, there was one of the terrorists who blew himself up.
So my video
he had made the bomb like a week ahead of time, and when we had daylight savings time, it automatically set the time back on his cell phone, but he can't set the time back on the clock on the bomb. So it blew up while he was driving it to the site.
See, my cell phone at least warns me when it's been daylight savings time. It'll actually pop up a thing. So, not that I'll ever be a terrorist, but if I ever have to set the timer on a bomb, I'll know. I'm just saying.
How many of you are old enough to remember you had to get into your CMOS settings to change it?
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Well, Irish, I work IT. And we use mainframes. And so every 6 months or so, we have to go in and physically change the goddamn time on the system. And that's a lot of fucking work. Like it is a shitload of overtime for everybody involved.
You're on the older
next year here in the EU, we're going to do away with it. We haven't decided yet if we're going to stay on summertime or on regular time, but we're going to do away with it. What about you guys?
I wish we would, but Randolph, just to give you a heads up, we do use the new Z boxes from IBM, and we have the latest OS. But with our systems being what they are, I don't want to say out loud, they are using a programming language from like 50, 60, 70 years ago. So
COBOL,
Fortran, yep.
Yeah. Oh god.
Fortran.
But it works in the financial systems. That's as much as I'm going to talk.
Have you heard of opencobol.org?
Yeah. Good luck getting my employer to change anything.
Yeah, I know. It amazes me that that's actually a thing that gets regular updates still.
Yeah, if you want to make a shitload of money, everybody out there that's learning computer stuff right now, learn IBM mainframe. You write your own paychecks.
Yes.
Now, is
In
there a
computer science
secondary
lesson-
frame somewhere? A lesser frame that's subordinate to the mainframe?
Yeah, it's called servers.
Yeah, I remember back in the 90s, I was working at a company that in late 80s, we were replacing mainframes with Novell networks. And, and when I was looking at the university, they were teaching mainframes. And I'm working at a company and that's replacing them, and the university recruiters trying to convince me that mainframes are the way of the future. It just wasn't jiving.
Yep, I'm still here though, and people that know those kind of programming languages, they make a shitload of money, especially if they get into teaching.
I used to work on an AS.
I might still remember a bunch of BASIC. Does that help?
I loved my BASIC.
I mean,
it will make.
Do you remember the turtle program where the drawing turtle?
Logo.
Yep.
Logo. Yeah, that's the name of it. I love that damn thing.
Commodore 64 version was pretty good.
In computer science lessons, though, like when I was doing A-level computer science last year, we learned about like COBOL and BASIC in the section labeled History of Computer Science.
Fuck you.
Have any of you ever played a board game called Robo Rally?
Oh yeah, I've got it. I run it out of the North every year.
Well, I think the folks who like to program would probably really enjoy this game. The basic idea, you have a bunch of robots on a factory floor with lots of dangers. You set out a bunch of flags randomly, and then you program your robots with cards, so you may not have exactly what you need to get where you want to go. And you program your robot. Everyone moves, and each card has a priority on it, so you know who goes first. And sometimes robots interfere with other robots. The next thing you know, your program's completely garbage. It's so much fun to play.
Yeah,
that sounds
you have to lay out the
incredible.
whole round. You lay out 5 cards face down and flip them over one at a time. So if somebody bumps into you, when your third card flips, you may not be on the square that you thought you were going to be on.
Exactly. And all the hazards on the board can do the same thing too. There's conveyor belts and pushers, and yeah.
That's great.
Nope. That sounds good. What was the name of that game again?
Robo Rally.
Robo Rally.
Yep, like robots and rally is in race, Robo Rally.
Looks like a lot of fun. I'm just looking in Google image search.
Yeah. They came out with a new edition of it that makes the like bonus add-on cards easier to use over the original version, which is the one I have. But the original version came with these nice little like pewter miniatures, and now they just give it these plastic pieces of crap.
Oh, there's a Danish version even. Okay,
I have the classic one.
I might buy this for my kids for Christmas.
There you go.
I think that would be a good idea.
I have the classic one, but when we play it, I've replaced all the robots with micro-build Legos.
Hey, you just said Legos instead of Lego. You're always getting on my case for that purple for saying Legos
No,
instead of Lego.
actually, Stool's the one who keeps going ballistic over it. I know I mess it up at times.
I swear it's you.
Legos versus Legos. What's the difference?
Lego.
Lego
versus
Lego.
Lego is its own plural.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not supposed to have the S.
Oh. No, but it's just called legal.
Legal. There you go. Yeah.
Legal.
Wait, isn't that the place with the one of the colliders? Isn't that legal? Or sorry, is that
CERN, but all right.
Isn't it Lego? No. Is one of the... Yes or no? What is it, Sam?
No. I disremember the actual names of the reactors off the top of my head. Fuck, I should remember that. I was literally there last year.
Randolph seems to be on the phone quite a bit here. He must be important. Or is that impotent? Or one or the other. I can't remember.
So I was able to find these this year after not being able to have them for years and years and years. But how many of you remember caramel apple suckers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that-
yeah. Come to think of it.
Don't think I've ever had one.
Don't remember a lollipop version. I remember like actual candy apples, but
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I don't-
so good.
Is that why you've been popping in my fucking streams of those things shoved in your face every time now?
So
Yes. I know. I want to buy more Lego too. All I have left is my slave ship and the Millennium Falcon.
well, that's the thing when they opened
Boba
up
Fett slave
all of,
ship.
like because of the pandemic, all of those Lego stores were closed. But when they opened them up, man, people were lined up for blocks.
Yeah.
I wish I could take credit for that. I saw it on like Twitter or Facebook, but that's one of the awesomest memes I've ever seen.
Yep. I need that one.
I love the store, Rockefeller Center, the Lego store there. If you ever have a chance to go, it's awesome. New York
There
City.
you go. So I knew I was on to something. This Lego, which is in Hanford, the nuclear part of Washington State.
Well, here's something insane. Here in Denmark, we don't have any Lego stores. It's just the sets are just sold in regular stores, or rather regular toy stores.
They are here
Or buy
too.
mine.
Yeah, there aren't very many Lego stores in the U.S. either.
They're in major cities. Like you'll have one in New York City, you'll have one in L.A.
We have
Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Steve,
Yeah,
we've
they're
got
You
like
walk by the displays and they activate. That's fucking cool.
We have
Go to the
two
one
of
in,
them here in San Diego.
The one in Anaheim was fucking awesome at Downtown Disney.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we've got Legoland Manchester, and then Legoland London. Well, Windsor technically, but it's London.
But it's in the Lego store though.
Yeah, those are the only those are the only two dedicated Lego stores that I know of are Legoland stores.
Okay. Gotcha.
In fact, there's one that's seriously a mile and a half from me. I could walk there if they were, open.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we're on the West Coast. They could still be open.
Nope, I'm looking right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's only
Although there is one that
40.
closes, let's see, in about a half hour, but that one's 9 miles away. Do I really want to go to La Jolla?
No.
In half an hour.
Oh, in half an hour you can get to La Jolla from where she is, no problem.
Oh, totally. It'd be really simple. It's just, it's La Jolla. Well, I mean, okay. Like I have to go there for all of my like doctor appointments and all that stuff. And it's like the corporate sort of area that surrounds the suburbs, if you know what I mean, where it's like, here's all those office buildings, but it's not downtown. It still feels kind of suburby, but it's not the suburbs.
Yeah. Well, the Lego store would be the only reason to go to Mall of America. It's the world's biggest shopping mall, and that is the only thing of any interest there.
Yeah.
Right. Sounds like shopping malls, pretty much.
And now I have that song from How I Met Your Mother in my head.
Just sing Karma Chameleon instead. It'll replace whichever tune gets stuck in your head. You just have to hope you like Karma. Yeah. Yes, it does.
Fuck you, Hopswatch. Fuck you.
Actually, you want to be the most evil person in the world is right when you get off an elevator full of people is you whistle the first 7 notes to It's a Small World After All. You will literally hear people as the door closes. Oh, fuck you!
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's like walking out of the elevator in college and just saying, "I lost the game."
I must not know that one.
All right, so once you've heard about the game, you are playing the game. When you're playing the game, if you think about the game, you've lost the game, and if you've lost the game, you have to say you've lost the game. Therefore, if one person says they've lost the game, everyone's now thinking about the game, and everyone in the vicinity has lost the game.
This seems very complex.
Yeah, it helps if you know about the game when you're making reference to the game or hearing a reference to the game.
I would say so too.
My game is seeing how long you can make it through the year without hearing "Last Christmas" by Wham or George Michael, whoever did that one.
Well,
I know the song, and I'm the quintessential 80s kid.
I think I would go with "All I Want for Christmas Is You" with Mariah Carey. That's the one that we
Oh, the one I like is "I wish I could see you're naked. I wish I could see you're naked. I wish I could see you're naked and down on all fours." But
now, what happens with the figgy pudding?
Well, you can't smell porn is the thing.
Right?
There you are. And then there's always...
Stop that.
And when they came out with high definition porn, I'm like, oh, no, nobody, not everybody wants that.
Well, one thing I noticed when everything started going high def is how many Hollywood actors and actresses are just covered in freckles, but you never saw it because the resolution was so bad. Like Allison Hannigan is seriously head to toe looking like a leopard with all those freckles, but you'd never know it.
She's just a colony of freckles.
Freckles, cool.
Wearing a big trench coat. No,
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't say when I was a kid, but when I was like a teenager or something, I was kind of a bit envious of the other ginger kids because they had freckles and I've never really had them.
Well, you didn't steal enough souls.
Well, and I've got a friend that's ginger.
Yeah, but I lose them as soon as I try. I lose them immediately because I'm ginger, so I don't have one. And I just guess I kind of gave up at an early stage. So there.
Sorry, I went down a rabbit hole trying to find a picture of Allison Hannigan where she's not covered over in makeup.
You need a spirit box to keep your souls in.
What's a soul?
Well,
that's not for me.
Can you measure it?
Ginger,
Are souls edible?
You can measure it through how many freckles a ginger has.
What do they taste like?
I have a freckle.
I know I can buy and sell them, but
I've got a meme of a demonic-looking cat biting into a shoe, and it says, "Your soul is mine."
So, Neil, do you still have Karma Chameleon in your head?
Now I do. Thanks.
I don't know. The one that's absolutely pernicious for me is from Animaniacs. It's the one about Magellan. That there once was a man, his name was Magellan. That one, okay, fine. You don't have to know it, but for me, it's pernicious. If I hear that song at all, it'll be in there forever. Just saying.
You know they're rebooting it, eh?
Oh yeah.
Animaniacs? Yeah, it should be good.
My favorite is the Countries of the World.
I can do that from memory. In fact, doing that from memory is...
If you can do Modern Major General from memory, I'll be more impressed.
I can do The Elements by Tom Lehrer.
Did you see just recently Tom Lehrer released everything in his catalog to public domain?
Huh.
No.
Yes.
No. He's still alive.
No, I think he died a few years ago.
Nope. I'll just look him up. I distinctly remember he turned 90, and that was 2 years ago.
Well, he's listed as 92 years old and not dead. So.
Yep. He's still alive.
I'm not dead yet.
Bring out.
He will be any minute now.
Very, very old.
He's only mostly dead.
Oh, that's a different movie.
But no, I didn't know that. Fantastic. I mean, that would be in his spirit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, this happened within days, maybe less than a week ago.
Wonderful. I suppose it's the time to do it. I mean, if he is kind of not long for this world, the laws on copyright, he would have to release it personally into public domain before his death. Otherwise, it would be a big old legal tangle.
Yes, as well to release it.
Right.
Okay, well, actually, he turned 90 in 2018, so he's 92 now.
Yeah, I remember he was the same. He's born the same year as my aunt, who died 5 years ago. Just remember the year, 28, for some reason.
Yep. Yeah. Actually, I have the 4-disc collection, The Remains of Tom Lear.
All right.
One of the odd things most people don't realize is if you remember the show Electric Company that was on PBS.
God. Oh yeah, he wrote
some of the songs for that show.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Morgan Freeman got his start.
No,
that doesn't surprise me.
The Electric Company was where he got his start. The Electric Company. Sorry.
Man, I just remember. Actually,
I'm a tad bit older, so for me it was Today's
mixing up
Special.
the Electric Company and 3-2-1 Contact.
Yep.
I
3-2-1
don't know
Contact.
why. I just keep mixing them up.
Come on and Zumba, Zumba, Zoom.
Yep.
They brought back Zoom in the 90s as well.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I watched it.
Nowhere even close to the original Zoom.
Now, what I just said before, but I don't know if you guys heard me, but Today's Special, that was a Canadian kids show.
Yes, I remember that one.
I watched the hell out of that one when I was younger.
Say it again. What was the title?
Today's Special.
Did they put that on Nickelodeon?
Yeah, Nickelodeon.
I think so.
When they first
They had
came
like
on the
one
air.
season, and I didn't realize that they had like 7 or 8 seasons. So the other day I was watching that, like, is my only thing I was watching, and I'm like, God damn, this is wholesome.
Zoom is where I learned to do this. All right, so
yep, that's magic. I can't do that.
Just cross your arms and twist them like that.
Really?
You do really fast.
Now I'm going to learn to moonwalk. I never did.
I tried, failed miserably.
Well, it's like one of
every
my Australian listeners pointed out to me a kids show called Bluey, which is it's on like Disney Australia, Disney Junior Australia, and it's so fucking cute and wholesome. Like I couldn't take it. It was just like a family of like Australian blue hounds and stuff, or blue shepherd hounds, whatever the hell they're called.
Australian blue, yep, blue,
and
yep.
It's fucking it's just cute CG like animation is all it is.
This guy I knew on a sci-fi board a long ass time ago, he showed me this thing called Mega Mindy, which is like a female Finnish Batman, kind of, except bright and colorful. Like you got Mega Mindy and her sidekick, and it was one of the silliest things I'd ever seen. And the theme song is this like bubbly sort of upbeat pop theme that's in Finnish, so I didn't understand most of it, but I don't know. It was funny, I thought.
Is it just me, or does it look like we're watching Hopswatch through a spy camera?
Yeah. That's what it looks
How
like.
many spy cameras have you used, Neil?
He looks like somebody that's just
Maybe
waiting
they're
for
out of date.
waiting for like a super chat to come in for him to take the shirt off. You know, he's just like,
all right, $5 for hire super chat. Hopswatch will strip his shirt off.
Now the only
I'm out.
And then
I changed my name just for Hopwatch.
And then and then that money that comes from that I will donate to Vice Rhino's charity. All right.
Yeah, we don't use that. That word does mean suck. Yeah. However, we don't use it as an epithet or a bad word.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not quite the same colloquialism as you have in the Americas.
Nope. No, we wouldn't be. The only light in my room is from the screen that I'm watching on, and I just now made it full screen. So if you put something that is completely white on the screen, you'll see there'll be more light.
Does it come with the car? Or?
Yeah, after years of hard work,
There, I
at
fixed
McDonald's,
it.
they finally were able to afford to buy a camera.
Uh-oh.
Oi, no!
That shirt off.
No.
Damn it. Don't worry, Pie Snake. I'll still take, well, it's £1.99.
Yeah,
In Canada, that's like $450,000. So I'll.
But Hopswatch did just the opposite. Like the money came in and he pulled the blanket up more. Like no,
Yeah, he's like, no. I'd say I'll take my shirt off, but you don't want to see that shit. Trust me, I don't want to break the camera either. So
The cat was. Cat just went boo.
Yeah, I will light you on fire. Stop that. Actually, it is technically way past their feeding time, but still, I'm in the middle of something.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yes.
No,
hungry
they
animals.
they were whinging before you even started your stream with Vice Rhino. So, you know.
You could take a break and go give him some shower or something if you want.
Oh, I suppose I could. All right, I'll be right back.
You are a horrible human.
Yes.
Kate's off to go feed her pussies.
Well, I don't know why she had to go away. We've got a ton of mice here.
God damn it!
I mean, I'm not wrong.
Well, no, but
I've only got one. I've only got one
I'll
mic.
take my shirt off.
Oh yeah, do that.
Well, here's the thing.
Too.
Yeah,
could be
my
this-
computer won't acknowledge that the camera's plugged in, but I'll take my shirt off.
I could be nude right now, and you would never know.
like Sam's answer. Probably think my dress is staying on in this street. Well, you're behind an avatar anyways, Sam, so it's okay.
Well, yeah, but I do occasionally pop my face up. So
Yeah. You've done it many times actually before.
Well, you know, underneath these clothes, I am completely naked.
This is true.
Yeah, me too. Weird.
Wait, completely naked underneath my clothes?
Huh? To find emergency. That's why I was on the phone. Oh, I see. Randolph had a client emergency. Is the fire put out or what?
Oh, everything's kind of temporarily handled, but I have to go take care of stuff now. So
They're calling them clients instead of Johns now?
Okay, Randolph.
Take care of that.
Okay, Randolph. Bye.
You there, Randolph? I need. Okay, never mind.
So, Hops, do you guys call someone a snuscummer too?
A what again?
A snuscummer?
Snoozecummer.
Snooze-cummer.
Sounds like Snosberry.
Someone who's creepy
no,
or
I don't think
douchebag.
so. Who would use a word
Why
like
are
that?
you in here, Mikey?
Swedish people call that to creepy people.
Snoozecummer. Okay, I don't know the word, but I'm pretty sure we don't use it in Denmark now. Swedish and Danish are I mean, the Scandinavian languages, when it comes to stuff like that, epithets and slang words are pretty can be very different, can be very distant from each other.
Yeah, I got the impression though, like where my family's from is Kristianstad or Kristianstad, and that's obviously Skåne, and that was Danish for what 800 years.
Yes. Oh, that's an interesting part of Sweden. Actually, they are much more difficult. They're much more difficult to
understand them.
Yeah, they're much more difficult to understand than, for example, people from Stockholm. In Stockholm, that would be the most crisp and most easy to understand Swedish. While in Skåne, they have this special dialect where, for example, they pronounce the R just like we do in Denmark, back at the throat, and it sounds horrible, especially when you know Swedish, where you wouldn't do that. So
what you're saying is that it's the Swedish equivalent of Boston.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, the people in Stockholm say people from Skåne talk like they have cotton in their mouth.
Yeah, well, just to make one example. So in Skåne, they pronounce the R in this weird way, and they have all these diphthongs, these vowels following each other in kind of clusters. So scrambled eggs in Stockholm Swedish, that's ägg röra. While in Skåne Swedish, it's ägg röra.
Yeek.
That's a little
I don't know.
Fleming.
I think I know exactly. I'd have to
Awesome,
count
yeah.
it. I think I know about 10 words in Swedish, and that's only because my favorite band's from there. And before that
You
band,
like ABBA?
Roxette. Before Roxette, they were
Shots
in
fired.
Helena Teeter, and that, or rather, Per Gessle was. And that's where I know almost all of my Swedish, all 10 words of it.
Yeah, but Roxette never sings in Swedish, do
No,
they?
that's why I said that prior to Roxette, Per Gessle was in Helena Teeter, which they primarily sang in Swedish. They had a few English songs, not many.
There's also this joke about what birds say in Denmark and Sweden and then in Skåne, which is in Denmark they say peep peep, and in Stockholm they would say peep peep, and in Skåne they would say pale pale.
Here in Canada and BC, the birds go, "I'm about to shit on you."
Well, the different pronunciations are clearly palpable.
Right.
I'll just
So,
be
so birds over there, yeah, birds over there don't go tweet tweet or tweet tweet or anything like that.
Twayot.
Yeah, Pine Snake. My great grandparents on my mother's side are from Finland. Although actually it was either Finland, Sweden, or Russia, depending on which decade.
Fair.
I don't think Finland was
Mikey
Swedish
Famine fella somewhere before.
since like the 1700s.
He gets
Hey,
around.
Mikey.
Kind of a whore that way.
I tend regularly to end up in streams with Mikey.
Do you?
Yeah. I think this is the third time at least. Yeah, it was
Producer. So
the first time was actually in one of your after shows. That was the after show. I think it was with Rene, the German dude.
oh yeah, Renevelation. Yeah.
And the second time I don't remember, but that was the time I also met Shartan for the first time.
Mm. Mikey, can you hear us?
Say something so that we know that
Mikey has no
you
mic.
work.
Working the dials. He's still working the dials. He'll be with us momentarily.
I think he's locked up. He ain't moving.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you were absolutely
It takes a lot for him to calibrate his dimension and phase with ours.
right. Exactly. He's from the what's that? The Upside Down? Is that what they call it? Stranger Things. So Stranger Things is renewed for season 4 now.
Oh, it's been renewed for
Oh,
ages.
I still need
I
to
just
bloody
found out.
catch up on season 2.
I did.
I only got about halfway through season 2.
I need
it's
to catch
such
up
a
on
great
season
show.
1.
Oh, he's
No,
gone.
I would use mustard and mayonnaise. I wouldn't put ketchup on it.
Okay, both of those are evil, and ketchup is like the one true condiment.
goodness.
So I don't want to hear.
I'm going to do something that I promised Mark Caesar that I would do. He sent me a shit ton of hot sauces. And
Diana, wake up.
Oh, we're over here. We're awake.
Sorry, I saw
All
her nodding, and I wanted to say that before she fell. So go on.
I'll be right back. A couple of the hot sauces. One's called Black Label. That's the quote unquote 16 out of 10 for spicy, for hot. And the one that's a 12 out of 10 is called Shit the Bed, which is like the best ever.
Lord.
Yeah, Neil, I remember when you and Aaron Ra were on your stream talking about the hot peppers.
Yeah,
I don't remember who drew it, but I remember that that drawing sent to your Twitter group of you sitting on the toilet with lava coming out of a crack in the bottom.
Turns out that it does. I've put ketchup on hot dogs almost exclusively my entire life.
I'm not a big ketchup fan, but hang on. I'll be right back. I'll show you guys this box. It's just
Speaking of shit the bed.
Yeah.
A proper hot
You ever
dog needs
notice
at
when you
least
get
3
way
condiments.
too drunk that you never wake up in the morning and you ever done anything positive? Like you never get blackout drunk, wake up and go, "Oh fuck, I did my taxes." No, it's always, "Oh fuck, I shit the bed again."
What?
Yeah, I've never had that.
Don't even know where to go with that one, man.
Yeah. I mean, I've had one or two times when I've woken up from a blackout drunk, hoping I really didn't get naked with that. But you know,
Is that? Are you talking Coyote Ugly, where you had to gnaw your arm off?
kinda. I mean, yeah, beer goggles are a thing, and I used to hang out with goths who loved absinthe. So,
Oh wow, yeah, I have to be careful with that stuff.
I have had a couple afternoons that I got out of bed and had to go back through my Twitter feed to see if I had done anything I need to apologize for last night.
yeah, I don't think I've gotten blackout drunk and had Twitter at the same time. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I just need to do that generally, Purple.
So this one
Don't
here,
even need to be drunk for that.
Yeah,
Shit the Bed, it's called.
Okay.
So it's pretty good. It's actually really tasty. Really tasty.
How powerful is it?
It is. It's called. It says it's 12 out of 10, but I don't know what the Scoville is. You'd have to probably. If I was you, I would look up Bunster's Shit the Bed hot sauce on Google or something. It'll probably give you a Scoville scale, or just Scoville Bunster's Shit the Bed. And it can't. I've tried it, and
home of Shit the Bed.
Well, I mean, because I eat a lot of Indian food. I know there's this Mexican joint near me that has this Diablo burrito that's like pressing your tongue to a belt sander, and you know. So I wonder if this guy is actually, or this sauce is that bad.
So the 12 out of 10 Shit the Bed is 35,000 Scovilles.
That's not that high, really.
That's it.
And then the black label, which is 16 out of 10, is 99,000 Scovilles.
Yep. Almost 100,000.
That's still not that hot though, considering like Carolina Reaper, you know.
This has Reaper in it.
Oh.
Now that was Reaper, right? With a P?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like yes. Carolina Reaper, like the
I was
Reaper.
Picturing it possibly spelled with an F. That's all.
No.
Reaper? What?
That's over here. Reefer, I think is what she's. Yeah. Over here.
Yeah.
I got the
Put
stuff.
Your weed in it.
You can put your weed in it. It's funny because I was just going to say that. Actually, ruined it. Damn it! I bought the Yeti, which keeps the beer cold. This is funny. It says on the packaging, it keeps your beer cold for 4 hours. I'm like, who the fuck takes 4 hours to drink a beer? But anyway, it also comes with one of these, this little Yeti pop top can, right? Okay. When you get one of these little things, and the top comes off like that. And guess what? You can put your weed in it. Oh, damn it. There goes I have roaches all over the place. I have a roach
I've
problem.
also got a Yeti.
You got a roach problem?
Yeah, apparently I've got a roach problem.
I have a Yeti right here too.
Fair.
I have a Yeti. Here, this one here.
I have a couple in the new studio, but they're so sensitive.
There you go. There's another one right there. The Yeti.
Well, I suppose I should try weed in a
Are they Republican
form. Like I haven't actually smoked weed. I've only vaped it.
Okay. Well, when I'm eventually I'll get down there and I don't know if I can bring it because I'll probably get busted if I try to bring it.
Just buy it when you get.
We can find the right stuff. All
right, we can do it. Yeah. We can do it. We'll kick back, watch some old kick-ass like The Last Starfighter shit or something like that. Right? Ooh. Exactly. One of my favorites. And
you know what's the best? Drop some acid, turn off the lights, turn on Tron.
Oh, yes, indeed.
You guys know what I rewatched the other day that I thought was actually a damn good movie, but I didn't quite understand it as much as a kid? Was Enemy Mine.
So good.
Oh, yes, that was a great
so good.
Mine as in M-I-N-E or M-I-N-E?
M-I-N-E.
Yeah,
it's Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr. And Louis Gossett Jr. plays a reptilian alien guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're two pilots on the opposite sides of the war that get shot down and have to rely on each other to survive.
Yep.
Right. On a very hostile world.
Yeah, I think it's on HBO Max right now. I watched it the other night.
Fuck, I forgot how much I like this. The metaphor guy.
No, it's not at all like that. Although he does talk a little funny in the movie, but not at all like the metaphor guy. Okay, so I'm going to do the challenge now just for Mark Caesar. I figured why not do it on the Vice Rhino after party, even though he's not here with us anymore. But I'm going to put a teaspoon of this stuff because he says, "Oh yeah, it's super hot. You take a teaspoon. I doubt you'll survive it." So I'm going to pour out a teaspoon here. There we go.
I'll show you. I'll show you. I don't give in to peer pressure by giving in to peer pressure.
Exactly. Wait, what? Right. So
I thought peer pressure is when the doc falls on you.
The doc person's not here.
He wanted to come in too, but at the time I was full up. He said, "It's okay. I still love you."
He's in the side chat. I think he's having trouble with his equipment.
Oh, okay.
Maybe some Viagra then.
So here you go, Mark. You seen me pour it right out of the bottle right here. Here we go. And just so you can see it, I can't tilt it or else it's going to pour all over my computer. And it's a fucking Alienware that cost me over $3,000. So screw that. All right. It's going down. Now, what do you mean? 3,500. That's with all the insurance and stuff too. So anywho, here we go. Here we go. This is, I'm going to die now. So hang on.
Okay. It just took a second to kick in.
All I can say is this stuff tastes really, really good. But it does have, oh my God, that flavor is so good. But it does have a kick.
Yeah, that's what Pine Snick was saying in the side chat. That tastes good, but was kind of tame.
No, it does. Takes a minute.
Okay.
911.
Get yourself a slice of bread or some crackers. You need some bland starch to absorb.
I want to see you do a spoonful of atomic bomb.
Oh, my favorite
chug. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
My favorite sci-fi movie, that's Outland with Sean Connery.
That's a good one.
I don't think I ever got that one.
I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah.
Outland is good. He wears this fucking weird ass thong thing.
I think it's Zardoz, dude.
Zardoz.
Was that Zardoz? Oh, that's right, too. That's right.
No.
Outland, isn't it like, the lone sheriff in a town of outlaws, but on a space station?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh, so
But
it's
I like Western movies, so I guess that's why. I mean, for many years, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly was my favorite movie of them all.
So I'm guessing you love Firefly.
That was a Civil War movie for the longest time.
And I mean, but I mean, Outland was there first, so yeah, I liked some of the episode. There was an episode where this bounty hunter type gets into the ship and tries to bust them. I really like that episode.
Why, though? I mean, like, the guy, half of what he said was utterly incomprehensible. The episode made very little sense.
I think it was more the atmosphere of the episode that I really liked. It was downplayed. Kind of appealed to me somehow.
Oh, I mean... Okay, well, there's this video game I just bought, and it's Alien Isolation, and everyone kept telling me after I started to complain that the game is a slow burn, but after 2 hours they haven't even lit the match yet, and I'm like, I haven't been challenged, I haven't been threatened, really nothing at all has happened in 2 hours. This is getting dull, so it's like. If a movie is like that, well, the movie is 2 hours. It can't be that long and dull.
So I will say this. The hot sauce definitely has a after effect where it lingers. So I got a heat effect lingering all over the inside of my mouth.
Did you leave your phone outside?
No, I did not. It's right here. I showed him. It's right.
Is it on silent?
Oh, no.
We can hit you.
Shouldn't be.
Because I just texted you and I didn't hear no damn coins. They're complaining in the chat. They haven't heard a single coin.
Oh, you know what? I may have turned it down a little bit.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of it, but yeah, I didn't hear it the entire time.
Sorry. I had the volume down. Sorry, guys. I wanted you to get drunk, too. My bad.
See, they're so
someone
loyal.
told me there's a drinking game around your cell phone, but I don't know the rules.
Well, all right. You remember earlier in the chat when I was doing the interview with Rhino, and you were asking if Sonic got some rings. It's actually the Mario coin.
Oh, is it?
Coins, yeah. So every time you hear the coin, Mikey, 25 coins. Everyone drink 25 times, real quick.
Yeah, because that's gonna go well.
Yeah, right. Because I need another beer already.
See, I just sent you another text and I still didn't hear it. I'm trying to like rig the score here and I still can't get it to go off.
coins.
I just sent him the word coins.
So when we hear the coin sound, we're supposed to do a shot? What?
Yeah, when you hear the coin sound, you drink. That's the drinking game.
But is it a sip of a beer or do a whole shot?
Whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Your drink of choice. It could be fucking hot chocolate for all I care.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, weed in hot chocolate, that works charm. Weed in hot chocolate.
I have weed infused iced tea.
Well, that would work as well. The hot liquid makes you somehow, I guess,
hot.
Absorb it, yes, and it makes you absorb the weed quicker, so that it works quicker because.
Well, is it the hot liquid, or is it that chocolate has a good amount of caffeine in it?
It's the
caffeine doesn't help with weed. Believe me, I've done weed and Red Bull, and it really doesn't change the experience at all.
Oh, I thought it would speed up the absorption.
No, just get wide awake high people. It's like they used to say when you're drinking and stuff, and then you drink coffee. Yeah, it doesn't sober you up. It just said wide awake drunk people.
Yeah, yeah, you don't need those.
Well, caffeine also dries you out, so that can't do you any favors either.
Well, most of us have had enough caffeine in our lives that it's no longer a diuretic for most of us.
Yeah, but for about 8 years, I wasn't allowed to drink it because it was giving me seizures. So, believe me, the first time I had a Coke after I was allowed to again, I was yaddy. It was crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to have it for a month, and that first one after surgery was, woo!
Who did we just lose?
Yeah, although I think it's funny to take like an appetite suppressant and something that gives you the munchies and let them fight it out.
Who did we just lose? We lost X.
X had to go.
Yes.
Probably.
X gonna give it to you.
Yeah, he may have had to go record a show. It's getting on that hour for him.
He usually does his stuff on Saturdays. I know this because I've been on a few of his shows.
Yeah.
I figured out my tech issue.
He and I talked that I'm going to go on one to discuss communism with, is it Felicia?
Yep.
Oh, I love her.
Oh, Felicia? She's cool.
I was on one episode.
It's going to be two extreme leftists arguing against each other because I'm a syndicalist. She's a communist.
Ah.
So we'll be fighting for our respective positions.
When my parents adopted me, they were living on a commune.
Nice.
We're the narco-syndicalist commune. I really love that bit of that Monty Python movie because he actually describes very well what it is about. I mean, it's just done in a silly way for some reason, but what he actually says makes good sense, and it's a pretty good representation.
Yeah,
By
but
the way, if you want the best
capitalists are going to laugh at
representation-
communism every time,
Yeah, they will.
You're silly.
And X, just for the record,
all the different revolutionary groups in Life of Brian.
Oh yeah,
People's Front, Judean People's Front, the People's Front of Judea.
Splitters.
And
wolf nipple chips, ox spleens.
But what about all the good things the Romans, or what is it? What are the
Like the aqueduct?
What has the Romans ever done for us? Yeah.
Well, they made roads.
And where's the People's Liberation Front of Judea? He's over there.
He's over there.
No, that was the popular
one
front.
dude.
Okay, popular
front.
Right, that's right.
I heard a Christian use that in their apologetics the other day when they were saying, "Oh, but whenever atheists say, 'What has Christianity ever done for us?' and they started listing off what Christianity had done," and I'm like, You're not listing the right things there, buddy. What about what about the genocide?
Muslims do.
I run into that all the time. Especially when they try and reverse it and they say, look what atheism has done to the world. And it's like, that dude was an atheist. Doesn't mean he was doing it for atheism. Whereas some dude was a Christian, and a lot of the scientific stuff Christians did was in spite of the religion rather than because of it. You know?
Right. Yeah, quite often anyone who made progress within the church was considered a heretic and thrown out.
Well, they did imprison Galileo for over 700 years.
It's a great song by Soundgarden too, by the way. If you haven't heard it, I recommend looking it up. What do we got there? You got some gummies? What's that? You're all out.
A canister.
Last one.
All right, boy. I still got some of those fucking gummy bears that'll make your face fall off and stuff like that. It's the Lego brick ones.
No, I'm good.
Or as Hopswatch says, Lego brick ones. Lego brick ones. But they're like these things are like 30 milligrams each or whatever. But I took one of these, and I do 2 25 mils ones on a regular basis made by my body, but they're two different levels of THC. These ones are like rip roaring. I was pacing the apartment for like 2 hours thinking that my heart was going to pop out of my chest.
Do you know how many milligrams that was?
Yeah, there were 30 milligrams, but there's different levels of THC, and there's also the CBD ones.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was using these, and seriously, 11 of them did nothing to me.
Wow. What? Really?
Yeah. Seriously.
What are they, 1 milligram?
Nothing. No. They're like 5 each.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you did 55 milligrams and it had no effect on you, really?
0.
Didn't make you feel like your body feel a little better?
No.
Or...
Nothing.
It helps my back because I have a shit back. Ever since the 92-year-old lady fucking nailed me in the intersection and sent me flying out into the intersection. Man, I've been fucked.
My word, try it on a bed next time. That's not how you get nailed in the middle of an intersection. And by a little old lady. Tell me she was from Pasadena.
She may have been. I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay, everybody vote. We've got 2 people saying Bionic is sus.
Bionic is sus? Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, that's because I just vented.
Perhaps Neil had just got done listening to that classic Beatles song, Why Don't We Do It in the Road? And she took it a totally different way than he took it. And
she did me right up the rear, pal. Right? That's all I can tell you.
Neil got pegged.
Why on earth would Robert Allen Williamson Sr. think I was dead?
Wait, what?
Or that my name
rumors of your demise have been greatly exaggerated.
I am not a biographical motion picture, you.
That
Can
was
we
my
be sure
text
she
after
isn't?
when I woke up from surgery to everyone to let them know that I'd survived.
Well, I mean, Purple, I still think that you're an Apache attack helicopter.
Isn't there somebody that actually identified as that one time?
I thought it was like some politician said, well, if we let trans people be trans next
I
time,
remember that argument.
It was slippery slope things. And somehow the example was Apache attack helicopter, and it became a bit of a meme for 2 minutes.
See, the thing is, though, that you get I genuinely frequently hear people, unironically, use the attack helicopter argument against me when they find out I'm non-binary.
Yeah.
Really? They'll pull that one out on a non-binary claim?
Yeah. They'll turn around and go...
Louis C.K.
Not a
they'll
claim.
turn around and
you know
say that. Yeah. But, yeah, it's just... That always comes up, and it's bizarre, because then I have to sit these people down and explain what sex is and what gender is.
Wow.
Because I'll get it from some of my, like, sheltered Christian mates who don't know better.
Mm-hmm. Wow, some people need to educate these people.
I'm slowly turning all of my Christian friends into heretics.
Well,
yeah, but how many times have we heard about the 2016 election polls and how stupid everyone is because they don't understand margin of error in statistics? You know, it's people can't learn everything, and what's irritating is people that don't want to learn. Mm-hmm. That's more the problem.
When you're corrected and then you just fight
Yeah.
It's like no, don't fight. Just fix it. I'm not even mad that you were wrong.
Say thanks.
Fix what you did wrong. They're like, no, that would be a hidden weakness.
Stream kind of like that recently. Fix it and then you fight over it. And I can kind of remember a live stream like that recently that turned Japanese.
Yep.
Yeah, Purple remembers.
I'm turning Japanese. I'm really turning Japanese now.
I mean, okay, I'm learning Japanese.
There you go.
Yeah, that was part of it.
Japanese. I think I'm learning Japanese. I really think so. No, like here's actually my homework.
Oh boy.
Did
Yeah.
I just hear somebody say, I think I'm learning Japanese?
I'm literally learning Japanese. So I mean, yeah.
Awesome. That takes me back, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, because we were doing an analysis of election polling a week out earlier today. And
Guys, I think I'm finally ready to get some sleep. It's 3:06 a.m.
Yeah, you don't know. Up them sheets. We're on our way, big boy.
Yep. Get yourself some rest.
Yes,
So,
rest well and dream of large women.
I will.
Nobody.
Princess Bride. Princess Bride.
Hey,
Princess Bride. Princess Bride. Princess Bride.
Which, by the way, Diana, I expect you to watch the next time we've spoken.
What?
Kate, what's this going on here in the chat? Have you been paying attention to the chat at all?
A little bit, yeah, but I don't really. Yeah, I don't know. I've been hearing that from people that they haven't seen me in ages. Apparently, YouTube hasn't been like letting people know I exist for a while.
Hey, I know that feeling.
Really? Old school theists from your past. Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun. What do we need to know about here?
I think I gave Theo points on accident, but if he meant what I think he meant, that's perfect. If not, I'm giving it to him anyway. Konnichiwa, bitches.
I mean, that's not how you spell Konnichiwa, but...
Oh, I get it.
Darwin's doubt.
If he did it on purpose, that's perfect.
I hate to break it to you, Robert, but Darwin's doubt doesn't do shit.
Darwin's
There's this old rumor that he went back to Christianity on his deathbed, which he didn't. Or was that somebody else I'm thinking of?
No, there's that rumor, and then there's George Carlin is the other one that people regularly claim.
Right.
See, I don't understand what people's obsession is with science denial just for the sake of being religious. Like,
I have no idea.
Hi, religious person here, don't have to do that? Like, fuck that shit.
Well, I mean, I guess I kind of get it after dealing with them for so long, is they're scared of hell. They don't want you to go to hell. But if they stop believing what the Bible tells them, they're going to go to hell. And so they want you to believe what they believe. And if scientists are telling them something other than what the Bible says, well, they can't believe it because they're afraid of going to hell. It just all comes down to that hell fear.
But all the fun people will be there.
But yeah, and I grew up in the Catholic Church. I grew up in the Catholic Church, and for all the messed up crap they tried to push on us, they had no problem with evolution.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's mountains and mountains and mountains of demonstrable evidence that supports it.
Yeah.
And could theists
Well, the Catholic Church is often
understand that
misunderstood,
evolution and
especially in the Middle Ages,
abiogenesis are not the same?
That
Yes,
frustrates
that's
me
right.
greatly. And it's
They
like
actually
I've
made
got
some inroads
some,
on that. Sorry,
I've
Sam,
got
go ahead.
some young Earth creationists. I've got a couple of young Earth creationist friends who I don't know if we'll still be friends when we next have a conversation. They don't know I'm pagan yet. But they once tried to convince me that the Big Bang and evolution are two very related processes.
They're not.
Yes, that. Yeah.
Well, in determinism, you could say one led to the other.
Oh no, they don't believe in determinism. They think that determinism is heresy and will get you sent to hell.
Dude, the Big Bang led to fucking everything.
I know.
We know. So, but that doesn't
No,
mean
they think
that they're related.
they think that evolution was part of the Big Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying. I was making a joke.
And we're all
Tried.
evolutionists.
Yes, and evolution is a religion now, apparently.
And thing is, I've met young Earth creationists who think that evolutionists, they call them, think that Christians are going to evolution hell.
What?
Evolution hell, is that a thing? Hey, hell's got all the scientists down there, apparently, so they'll have figured out how to make fucking what do you call it, air conditioning by now. Don't worry.
Evolution hell. You are condemned to repeat high school science for eternity.
No.
Groundhog Day for like
No,
teenagers.
evolutionist hell is having to live by the standards you place on other people.
Yeah.
I do actually enjoy, though, when people try to tell me I'm going to hell, just because you get to ask them so many fun questions.
Where is it?
Oh yeah, the logistics of hell is the best.
Look at this, guys. Apparently, DNA has disproved evolution.
Yikes!
Excuse me.
Yeah, because it's information like a book, and God wrote it all.
It's not. It's not a code. So don't think of it as a code. It's literally a list of instructions for cells.
It's a pattern, is what it is.
It's a pattern of chemicals. Is what it is.
I'm taking away 1 point from Robert.
Robert, yeah. I'm a chemist, and I know a little bit about this stuff. All right, so you are incorrect. It does not disprove. It actually is one of the bedrock founding ideas behind modern evolution. Because of DNA, we have unlocked so much information on how evolution works, like allele frequencies and stuff like that. So
And
I feel like I just really
genetic
need
disorders that affect your ability to produce elastin and fibrillum.
That's right.
I know this very, very intimately right now.
Yes, that's right. Go ahead, Sam.
I feel like we all probably need a sign that just says that's not how any of this works.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Geico commercial for that. That's not how this works. That's not how
okay.
any of this works.
Here's one of my favorites. I love this one because it's an easy solve. Okay. I'm sorry to destroy your worldview. First of all, atheism is not a worldview. It's merely a position on whether or not deities exist. I don't believe they do. I'm unconvinced by the alleged evidence. So thus far, I don't believe in any. I am an atheist. Whether or not gods are real, I'm an agnostic because I can't demonstrate either way whether they are or aren't. Now, if you think that Zeus isn't real, then I'd like to know what method you used to disprove how Zeus isn't real, and I'll use the same one on your god. Okay.
I'd also like to hear that one. That would be interesting.
Right,
I just
exactly.
want him to prove I exist when he doesn't think about me anymore.
I'm not about the solipsism though, but hold on here. You don't get something from nothing. The problem, Robert, with that statement, and I've heard it a lot, and it's in if you sit back lightly and you think about it. Yeah, how do you get something from nothing? The problem is, Robert, nothing, as you put it, which is the absence of anything, does not exist. Everywhere we look, we find things. So something, or sorry, also nothing is a state that what's the word I'm looking for? It's unstable. So nothing will become something regardless because of its instability on a chemical or molecular level.
Depending on,
Well, I mean,
Quantum level.
Quantum level.
Sure, quantum level, yeah.
well, I mean, my question is, what makes you think there was ever nothing?
That's
You know,
right.
I mean, they say
Well, yeah, I
because
mean, the singularity
nothing-
was just pure energy, and it expanded.
and so compressed that time probably wouldn't be flowing at all. Like the very concept probably wouldn't have much of a meaning.
Well, and his worldview has to start with something already existing. So how did that fucking
presupposing?
happen? Yeah,
presupposing. Science isn't about presupposing. Science is about getting to the answer.
I'm getting to the infinite regression shit. Like, okay, God made everything. Who made the God? You know, what made that thing? What made that thing? What made that thing?
Does he have
So he always was. He's timeless, spaceless. He's all forever knowing and loving and blah, fucking blah.
No,
that's very
Not
convenient.
Breaks the laws of physics. Not possible.
That's very convenient.
The omniscience paradox is my favorite, though, because you get people into you get them to admit that God has no will of his own. If you're omniscient.
Well, that's what happened to Paul Atreides. He got locked into his own fucking future. You know.
Yep.
None of us, with the exception of maybe Sam, don't believe in hell.
Oh wait, no, hold on. I was in hell for 4 years I mean, they call it high school, but
Right.
distinction without a difference, really.
Fair. I believe it's plausible that a hell exists, but it won't be the Christian hell. It'll be the Norse version of hell, which is basically just a pleasant place to sit around and chat with people.
Look, we already have the internet. You can't
okay with
reinvent it.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this is just one big episode of Lost. We're all dead already.
Yeah.
That explains a lot. But one thing as far as I can tell, I'm the only one who's ever pointed out, at least explicitly, to a creationist that they've never, ever seen anything begin to exist. They've only ever seen anything change.
Yep.
And I had someone try to pull this ship of Theseus problem on me, and I was like, dude, that doesn't. He tried to say, it has a boatness to it, and I was like, really? Define that. Show me how when does something acquire a boatness when you're constructing it, and tell me how that's something beginning to exist. I dare you.
That's like pseudo-Platonism almost.
Well, this whole something from nothing, the way I view it, I don't know comes from I don't know. I don't know. Perfectly valid answer if you don't know the answer. Wait a minute. It's impossible in the time that has been stated.
Are you pointing at me, Neil?
No. I'm pointing below you to the statement here.
The selection is not random. The mutation is random. The selection is natural.
Right. And sometimes, guess what, Robert? Sometimes natural selection doesn't work. Sometimes a mutation happens that wipes a species out. Is that your God's plan? To wipe out some species? Maybe they're not so good. We'll get rid of them.
Well, God's wiped out species before, apparently.
Oh, yeah, apparently.
Well, 99.9% of all of them.
If we are the pinnacle of God's perfect creation, how come a salamander can regenerate a lost limb, but I can't regrow my truncated fingers?
Why do we need glasses?
That too.
Huh?
Well, as I told Atheist Morph, the greatest proof that God could have ever given me was an aorta regrowing in my heart right before surgery.
Yeah, that would have been beneficial, right?
I mean, or why are we fucking bipeds?
Very much like I want to be a centaur.
So we can read stuff on the top shelf, X.
Wait a minute.
But Mikey, how would you wear your pants though as a centaur?
No, I'd get 2 pairs of pants.
Okay, you two are approaching that.
You'd have to watch your behavior as a centaur because you'd be a bit of a horse's ass.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, but you two are approaching that from the wrong angle. We're bipeds because if we were monopeds, we'd fall over.
The
live on a BOGO stick.
The probability problem is problematic because every time this has been presented, I've seen the misrepresentation that the events are independent. And if they are independent, sure, the probability of the whole is astronomically bad, but they're not independent. They are linked. One thing happens and nudges the whole system in a particular
Motherfucker, I don't need you to feel sorry for me. Get the fuck out of here. I'm having a good life.
Not only that, I feel bad for people that have been duped into believing what you believe.
I'm not going to be goaded into accepting your view here, so don't even bother.
Yeah.
Well, and we were already discussing that about that. Yeah, I can't see. That's why I need the glasses. If your God had made my eyes right, that wouldn't have been a problem.
There's seeing and then there's demonstrating. It's why I've stopped telling theists that I want to see God with my own eyes and started telling them that they need to give me a way to detect God that's outside of my own head.
What I don't understand is how you know me so well that you can tell me what I believe.
Well, not only that, but they've often asked me what it would take for me to believe in God. I'll tell you what. Send your God down here, give me his powers for half an hour, and I'll fix every fucking problem on this planet in a half an hour that he seemingly can't do.
You wouldn't even need that. You could just freeze time.
You could exactly. I could freeze time and take however long I wanted. So give me his power for an hour, then I'll believe that there's a deity out there. Unlikely to happen, obviously.
How come God had to rest?
Yeah. What does an omnipotent being need with a day of rest?
No cocaine.
Right?
trying to remember who it was. There was a comedian who said, like, first there was nothing, and then God said, "Let there be light," and there was still nothing, but you could see it.
But you can see it. I'll tell you what. You want to know what works in the mind of your deity? There, Robert Allen Williamson Jr. or Senior, whatever. Anyway, you want to see how the mind of your deity works? I recommend this book.
Oh, that's a good book. I've talked with that guy a couple times.
Robert Garcia. Me too. Yeah, Hector Garcia.
Hector Garcia.
Yeah.
Hector Garcia.
Show the author's name again, please.
Hector Garcia. I had him on the show. I went for lunch with him and Anthony Magnabosco when I was down in Texas too. So this is the book, and it talks about how God's mind seems to be very much like our primate minds, killing the firstborn.
What did God make what did God make according to the Bible on the 6th day? Because whatever it was, fucking wore his ass out. Even an omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent being was just like, oh my God, I just got done with fucking honey badgers. Oh my, I got to take a day. I got to take tomorrow. Sorry, guys. I know I said I'd be done by now, but I got to take tomorrow.
Mikey, which 6th day? Because there's 2 creation stories, Genesis and 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's right. They're different.
The answer is yes.
Yeah. Unless you're one of them
synchronist
Christians.
Well, so I'm looking at what Robbie here is. It's like, yeah, the universe isn't eternal, but the universe as we know it expanded, and that's when time as we know it began. So to say it's not eternal is the fundamental misunderstand time.
Guys, one at a time, guys. One at a time. Sorry.
Get your headphones, sweet. You can't hear other people.
It's just it fundamentally misunderstands time to say that the universe isn't eternal.
Yes, because time didn't exist until the universe existed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, there are models for an eternal universe, though.
Now, the matter and energy that made up the universe, like in that singularity or whatever it was, that could have been around for, well, again, time has no meaning. That's the problem. You can't say before, or maybe you can, but, well, that's the thing. Why are Christians unwilling to say, I don't know, but let's find out? Like every Christian I know who has like their head straight up the Bible's ass says that they'd rather have a wrong answer than no answer. I mean, they haven't said it explicitly, but their behavior shows that so.
Not knowing is scary.
Okay, wait, Robert. Oh, God, Robert.
Robert's like so deep in this.
Okay,
dude, I will tirade on your ass in a few seconds.
Robert says I'm okay with stating the fact that God has always existed. The strange thing about atheism, you're okay with death being your final destination. You know what? I am okay with death being my final destination. I'm staring it in the face, and I'm fine with it.
Hey, Robert, do you remember what it was like before you were born?
It'll be a lot like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I intend to live forever or die trying.
I am the same fate. Frankly, Robert, as a religious person, I find it probable that death actually be our final destination. Now, if there's an afterlife, will I be pleasantly surprised? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Depends on which afterlife, though, doesn't it?
That's right.
I'll take a Cuban afterlife for 300, Alex.
No, nature.
Nature. Why not?
All the time.
I'm just gonna pick.
I'll take the afterlife on Curacao.
I kind of like the descriptions I've heard of Valhalla. I'm not sure I necessarily want to die in battle. It still sounds.
No. All the time.
The thing with Valhalla is that it's explicitly within a lot of heathen cultures seen as basically this place for your body soul to go. Your mind soul doesn't actually go there.
Love you, baby.
So you wouldn't consciously go to Valhalla even if you died in battle.
Oh, fine.
Okay,
course,
now
it doesn't help that half the time when you're hearing about religions, you end up getting the big print, easy reader version. You know.
Also, the Christianized version because Christianity.
They stole everything from all the fucking pagan backgrounds. All their holidays, everything comes from earlier shit.
It wasn't until I started arguing religion on YouTube that I actually realized whether you go to heaven or hell according to Christians doesn't have a damn thing to do with how nice a person you are. Like having not been raised in religion, That's not something you learn. You only hear good people heaven, bad people hell. That's all you ever hear if you're not in the religion. And so when I found out, no, it's more about voting yourself and blah, 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 I was like, really? Really? And then you start hearing about how, like, oh, Jeffrey Dahmer can go to heaven because he repented, but that little girl that he killed or whatever, nah, forget about it, because no repenting. It's just so much bullshit.
Or she gets to spend eternity with her killer. Isn't that nice?
I was headed there. Yes.
Yep.
So the issue is, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Sean Carroll. He's a physicist, astronomer.
Yes, absolutely.
According to him, according to the laws of physics, which I absolutely agree with, an afterlife and a soul are not possible. It's not possible. They break the laws of physics.
But Neil, every time I drive past a certain place, I hear the same song. The spiritual spirits be spiriting, man.
If there's a dictionary around you, Mickey, you might want to pick it up. Go to the C section. C section. And there's a word in there called coincidence.
Nah, man. That's.
Oh no, it's a coincidence.
Look at his plan, though.
Yeah, the plan.
Mikey, I will tell you more jokes, Mikey.
Just so all of you have to endure me.
Okay, can I go off on a little bit of a rant here? First of all, Sam is the biggest asshole ever for getting all of us with the game. I'm sitting there listening to him describe. I'm listening to Sam describe. I'm like, no, and I tried to mute it, but it was too late, and I heard it, and I lost, and I'm fucking furious with it. And by the way, everybody else has just lost.
Yeah, I lost the game.
Forgotten about it.
It's the most pointless game ever. You can't win it.
I'm
as soon as you
talking
mention
about
it, you've lost.
Yeah, after like 20 years, someone posted on Facebook. I was like, "Oh, this dude's a fucking this is a psychopath. Who does this to someone?"
Me, apparently.
And then here you come 6 months later and get me again. I'm like, God damn it! I'll never win this game.
Robert, damn it! Faith is useless. It gets you nowhere. It's not a determining factor. I can have faith that unicorns are real. Are they real? Well,
Yes.
Fuck no, they're not. No,
They're called
not.
rhinos.
Shush.
I have faith that vampire slayers are real.
Well, if you're referring to the movies, faith does not get you to truth.
In the TV show, there's a slayer named Faith is the thing.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yes.
But faith does not.
There you go.
Faith does not necessarily get you to truth. It's unreliable. So why bother with faith?
Yeah, there's very little difference between faith and wishful thinking.
Yep.
See, I was about to actually say, Kate, when you mentioned the vampire hunters or vampire slayers, however you phrased it, that might just be lesbian wishful thinking.
Well, given that Willow and Tara eventually started locking lips,
yeah, I was on board.
Willow in the fucking? Wasn't she in other stuff? That actress?
Yeah, dude, she's American Pie.
American Pie. She's
yeah.
Allison Hannigan.
Yeah,
I love
We're
her.
just talking about her.
I like her.
I think she might have been in Hocus Pocus.
We were talking about how many souls she's stolen because of all the freckles.
Oh, right.
Oh, soul stealing freckle keeper.
Wrenched in freckles, that girl.
Robert, how do you know what you're seeing isn't an illusion that is being created in your mind?
Yay, hard solipsism.
I guess it wasn't Hocus Pocus.
No, Hocus Pocus was what's her face from Sex and the City. Sex and the City.
There's no possibility.
No. She would have been. This was what 1993. She would have been about my age, so she would have been one of the kids. But I think I was thinking of Thora Birch, maybe.
Hocus Pocus was Bette Midler, right?
Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker,
Kathy Najimy, Omri
Is
Katz.
that Big Fat Greek Wedding lady? Is that her name?
Kathy Najimy? I don't know. I never saw that one.
Now I got a IMDb Hocus Pocus. My girl is probably flipping her shit in the other room. She's tried to make me watch that movie 3,000 times a day since I've met her.
It's terrible. Don't watch it.
I don't like it, and she won't make me stop watching it.
Kathy Najimy was definitely not in My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
No. No, that had what's her name from SCTV though.
Everyone I know from SCTV that isn't Rick Moranis is like Dave
She's
Thomas.
from Sister Act.
No. She played the curly hair Greek lady. Oh, she was always on SCTV.
She was in Sister Act. That's what I'm thinking of.
Anyways,
I know who you mean, but I'm lousy at celebrities.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of My Stepmother as an Alien. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay. I know it was one of
she was a hippie.
Like someone's.
How the fuck did you confuse those two?
Because it's been 1.5 million years since I've seen either one, is how, and I could have sworn that Allison Hannigan was in something similar. To, one of those ones where one of the parental units is something kind of paranormal.
I just got a text message from someone who's upstairs, supposed to be sleeping. It's 9:30. You watched like 20 minutes of it. That's it. Yeah, but it felt like I watched the same minute like 3,000 times. So I don't like Hocus Pocus. I love My Baby to Pieces, but I really don't like that movie.
Well, it's part of a relationship. Sometimes you have to sit through movies you never want to watch.
And then I can't even like be a shitty partner and just like mock it the whole time because she won't find fun in that. So I just sit there and I'm just like grimacing. She's like, we can watch something else.
See, I had this one ex where like we never really thought about who would want to watch whose movies. But I swear I could go to the rest of my life and die happy, never again enduring Tori Amos.
My fiance loved horror movies, and I was never into them. But we did all right because then we would watch the bad horror movies, and I would pick apart the science.
I would like to do that. I would like to be able to watch Hocus Pocus and make fun of it. But I know that will ruin something that she likes, so I just suffer in silence. I got another text message. I'm in trouble now.
Trying to remember.
Uh-oh.
You're supposed to be in bed, woman. You're supposed to be asleep in bed, not in bed watching the stream and being mad at me.
I knew I
dress a really good florist.
I am very close with the florists in the area. They always hook me up because I like to lay down some suppressive fire first. So I throw down like the candies and chocolates and flowers for no reason, so that when I get,
he's on a first name basis with him.
To what Robert Allen Williamson just said, I suggest all of you rethink your position and wonder to yourself why you're so hostile to someone of faith. This is hostile? On what planet was this hostile? I mean, how dare you, sir, is hostile. We're just like, this doesn't make any sense, dude.
We're just pointing out you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not the hugest fan of the idea of faith because, as far as I can tell, faith is believing things for no good reason.
That's right.
If God had evidence, if God had something I could test in order to detect him, I'd probably go, yeah, that guy's there. It'd still be necessary to kill him because he's the villain of the story. But I'd say, yes, I believe.
Also,
she told me
you, dude. This is not hostile.
No. Also, John Myers is book Darwin Doubt. It's wrong, dude. It's just out and out wrong. He didn't know what he was talking about.
See, I find it really interesting that Robert seems to think that Robert seems to think that you guys are being hostile to like religious people or whatever. I do not feel you're particularly hostile.
You're always in here with us, Sam, and we like you. But you don't walk around proselytizing. That's the difference.
Fucking proselytizers.
I don't care what anybody wants to believe as long as they're not pushing it on other people.
And as long as it doesn't bring harm to
share
people.
And play nicely with the other kids. I don't care what the frell you believe.
Exactly.
Gosh, suddenly realize I'm really close to getting that first animation on my channel because I'm switching. And I'm still waiting on some music, but point being that I may have said in a YouTube video for the last time that people should share and play nicely with the other kids, which has been my catchphrase since forever.
Mr. Neal.
Robert, knowledge is always demonstrable. So if you claim to know things, you should be able to demonstrate those things. If you can't demonstrate those things, then you don't actually know them. You just believe them, but you've convinced yourself that you know them.
He knows them in the biblical sense.
Right.
While Neil was talking, I heard the coins.
Hey.
Oh, did you? Yep. Mikey, what's the fuck you're slipping? Or am I the only one in control of the banners tonight? What's wrong with you? There you go.
I'd have to go through your email, and there was the whole thing, so I just waited. So Neil, you're almost at 2,000 subs. Can you believe it? Yeah.
Wait,
man.
what?
You're almost there.
I was like 70 something away this morning. What are you talking about?
That's all. You never know. Your next guest might bring in 50, and then we got to be ready for the 2,000 party, the 2K party. And I think, Neil, I hate to do this live on air, but I think you should open up the membership part of your YouTube channel now that.
Dude, I'm already working on it.
And I think everybody in the chat should say what his emojis should be, because I got a bunch of pictures from my.
I already have them.
Beautiful.
All right. There's going to be a beer, a pot leaf, a gummy bear, my logo spinning, and what would you have in mind?
Let's just see what the chat says. I mean, I got a whole list. Me and a certain artist have been talking about this for like the last month, and we got some winners.
34.
What's the what?
I said, Robert, tell me you're doing a Rule 34.
Robert, we're not trying to mock you. All right, you're entitled to believe whatever you want.
I'm thinking of Rule 36. I'm trying to remember which is the one where you swap out some dude's gender when you're like drawing them or something.
So Rule 63 is gender swapping.
Oh, is it?
There you go.
I can't keep track because every time I'm watching Cirrus, he says, and now we have a rule something whatever Cirrus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can keep track of all of them. You know?
Yeah, Rule 63. And then you've got Rule 34, which is if it exists on the internet, porn.
Yep.
Yeah. I think there needs to be a corollary to that, like if you are even remotely prominent on the internet, someone somewhere has masturbated to you.
Yep.
Oh no.
I am not going to sleep tonight. Thanks for that one, Kate.
Well, I mean, given all those pictures of me on the rollerblades in that parade, if someone hadn't decided to rub one out, I'd be, well, A, shocked, and 2, insulted.
Yeah, bastards, get to it.
Yeah. My ego needs to be stroked. No, anyway.
Is that what you call it?
I would never call it your ego. That's just weird.
Well,
that's weird for me.
I call it bionic ego.
All right. Kate, hold on. Kate, from now on, you have to be in all my after parties because this shit's just too fucking funny.
I'll do my best.
That wasn't a question.
Was not a suggestion.
Yeah. You are mandated forthwith
no.
to be there.
Quickly, she's one of the channels I first stumbled upon, along with Rhino and a bunch of others. But it all kind of happened in a wave. Like this whole, it started with the Sam Harris's and the Hitchens stuff, and then it just went to Atheist Experience, Seth Anders, Aaron, and then all of a sudden it was everybody else just came out at once. And Bionic Dance was definitely right there. And I was like instantly in love with the channel because you used to do some amazing shit back in the day. You still do, don't get me wrong, which is why I'm a patron, by the way.
Which I do appreciate.
Speaking
of course. And I became a patron of Rhino's tonight. $1 per Friday video. So I can't really afford much more right now, but if I could, I would. Dude, if I could be a patron for like $100 per episode, I would be. I'm that kind of guy. I'd be like the philanthropist guy.
Oh yeah, every time I'm on one of Diana's shows, and I talk about like if I had George Lucas money or something, Flint, Michigan would have drinkable water.
Yes, I really do. You mentioned this.
Flint, Michigan's water problem is pretty much solved.
Is it? Last time I heard they were still, well, whatever. Point being, they would have had it a long ass time ago if I had Bill Gates money. You know what I mean? If Jeff
Stop
Bezos,
ruining the joke, Swede.
And if Jeff Bezos happened,
I figured you'd want some good news.
You know,
what made it take so long is they had to actually rip out all the old pipes in the intakes for the water system, So money actually wouldn't. I don't think would have made it go any faster.
I'm just going to say something real quick.
That they kept asking for help from the government and weren't getting it.
Yeah, there was some blocking of the funding.
I'm just going to say something real quick because Robert's going to leave. Robert, you're always welcome to hang out in the chat. All right. If you ever feel like it, I hope, you know what I hope, Robert? I hope one day I have you on my show talking about how you found your way out of a fallacious belief system.
Yep.
That's what I hope. All right. Love you too. Take care of yourself.
It doesn't
Stay
help
safe.
that a lot of religious people, a lot of theists see criticism as mockery and insults. And, you know, it is difficult to tell them their beliefs are childish without sounding like an asshole. But, you know, sometimes the truth hurts. What can you do? I'm not trying to be mean.
Yeah, I mean,
it takes some time.
I quite often get told, I say quite often, 3 or 4 times in the last few weeks, I've been told by street preachers that I sound like an atheist.
Well, Sam, are you like on the fence now, or like what's going on?
No, I simply sound like an atheist to them because I explained to them why it's incoherent that their God have all these omni traits.
Right. Got you. Yeah, and it's
Like
completely.
I'll also go from like an epistemological stance. How do they know their God exists? And when they say personal experience, I'll go, well, what about my personal experience with my gods?
Bingo. Exactly. Well, yeah, you're the perfect
But your
person.
gods are not real. My God is real, and yours isn't real, and I don't have to prove it because yours isn't real. So there you go.
Yeah, and then they handed me a bunch of like flyers and stuff. So I went away, took out a Sharpie, annotated them everywhere they had fallacies, and brought it back to him half covered in black ink.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It weighs 5 pounds from all the ink.
I've said this before. I have to say it again because I love it. I can prove God exists because how do they describe him? As like, you know, a bearded man who created reality. And there's a father, there's a son, there's a ghost, there's good versus evil. Clearly, God is George Lucas.
Clearly.
Okay, I'm on board with that.
Maybe it's. I'm just saying. Is it makes perfect sense?
Or Gandalf.
Nah, Gandalf didn't create a whole galaxy.
And he's fictional.
Eru Iluvatar, then.
I think George Lucas is fictional. Has anyone ever met him?
You know what? No, he's real. He's real. What do we got? Oh, hang on. Kate's got something going on here. There you go. Appeared. Oh yeah.
See, telling you, George Lucas is God.
Now, I'm not sure whether or not he ever actually personally met him, but Paulogia did work for him.
That's right.
A lot of people work in churches.
No, for Disney. Paulogia worked for. Sorry,
Paulogia worked for Lucas.
Lucasfilm. Thank you.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
This stuff, by the way, guys, really, really spicy because it lingered with me for a good 15 minutes, but really, really, really tasty.
Okay.
It's a really good flavor.
So a good lasting effect.
Stuff, or is that something else?
What's that?
Was that the shit the bed stuff or something else?
No, that's the shit the bed's over here. That was the black label.
Oh.
But shit the bed I've tried. It's not as hot as the black label, clearly, but it's also very tasty.
So
now, what's it like coming out the other end?
It did not make me shit the bed. Let's put it that way. But yeah, no.
Sugar-free gummy bears.
Shush. Well, I've got the better option gummy bears right here for you if you want.
Sugar plus
I do.
Gimme.
If you want a good read, go look up on Amazon the 5-pound bag of sugar-free gummy bears. And
I want the fucking 5-pound gummy bear, the one that's like massive.
Oh,
go read the reviews of the 5-pound bag of sugar-free gummy bears.
Why would I do? Why would I eat sugar-free gummy bears?
They're awesome. The reviews are hilarious.
Okay.
Oh, it's funny. Okay.
Because sugar-free gummy bears, if you eat like 10 of them, they turn you into a shit rocket.
Yes. What it looks like. Yes, an ice cream sandwich. Oh, yeah.
That is.
Yes. I fucking love that. The $150 ice cream sandwich.
That shit looks lit.
Yeah, right?
That's not a joke.
I love that.
Is that like I had a dream about eating a 10-pound marshmallow and I woke up and my pillow was
gone. Yeah.
That's so funny to me.
Wasn't there a Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy where it was talking about I was dreaming about eating something, a crisp apple or something, and I woke up and it was a human head or something?
I don't know, man, but my favorite Jack Handy was the Deep Thoughts where he goes, "The crows are calling me," caw thought. That was it. Like that was the whole thing.
That's good.
I like the if you ever want to know what it's like to be another man, walk a mile in his shoes. That way you're a mile away and you have his shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Mark's here. Mark, I did the Black Label. I'll tell you what. You're here now, so why don't I have another teaspoonful so that Mark can see it?
So is this are we adding a Hot Ones element to the show? Because I am on board. This sounds fun.
This is the Black Label, right? Which is the one that's close to 100,000 on the Scoville. So it's 99 point something on Scoville, and this stuff is really tasty, but it does have a lingering heat effect. The shit the bed also super tasty, not as spicy as the Black Label, but it has a little bit of a different, I would say the shit the bed has a little bit more of a mesquite kind of flavor than the Black Label.
Smoky?
Yes, a little bit more smoky, right? But these things are really good. But if you guys, Mark, if you'd like, you're here now. I have my teaspoon right here. So what I'm going to do, just for you, my friend, is do another load of the Black Label, just so you can see it. All right.
That's what Neil. You should do.
Thank you, Jessica.
You should do a whole show where you like make people eat hot wings and then tell their deconversion story as the wings get hotter and hotter.
Isn't
there already a show like that?
Hot heathens.
There you go. See, it's pouring into the spoon right now. There you go. Fill it right up there. CGI. If you guys aren't familiar with Creaky Blinder, I definitely go check out his channel. He's funny.
So here's a good deep thought while you're taking your teaspoon here. To me, clowns aren't funny. In fact, they're kind of scary. I've wondered where this started, and I think it goes back to the time I went to the circus and a clown killed my dad.
Okay. A clown and a 5-year-old boy are walking through the woods at night. The little boy turns to the clown and says, "I'm scared." And the clown says, "Well, how do you think I feel? I have to walk home alone."
All right, Mark, this is for you, my friend. Mark is the one that, by the way, that sent me like 6 bottles of this stuff. Not just the Black Label or the shit the bed. He sent me 2 of each of those because those are the really good ones. And I'm telling you guys, this stuff is really tasty, but it does have a kick. But he also sent me a hot sauce, and a particular barbecue sauce as well, which is really, really good.
What's the Scoville on that?
And it has a kick.
It's 35,000.
A jalapeno is 3,000 with the seeds.
Yeah. This one is 99 something thousand.
Serranos are like 20,000, something like that. They're pretty spicy.
I'm not putting that in my body. I like myself.
Hold on. I'm going to do this for Mark now. Okay, everyone, here we go. I'm going to, just so Mark can see it, I'm going to feature myself here.
Yeah,
there we go. There you go, Mark. This is for you, my friend.
And the print screen.
And Randolph is back.
I still think that stuff's got to scorch the hell out of your O-ring on the way back out.
Probably.
That's what happened to Challenger, man.
Oh, man. I'm telling you guys, this stuff is so tasty, but it does have that kick. Definitely
and it has a kick? Because you make it sound like a drawback.
Oh, all right. That's a fair assessment. Thank you. I will say it's really tasty and it has a kick.
See, I feel like the shit the bed is probably like slightly hotter than I would normally find comfortable.
Well, same shit the bed, so
yeah, because I just looked at the Scoville numbers on it again, and like extra hot at Nando's is around the same, and I can
Nando's?
eat. Yeah, I can eat something that's extra hot.
Fucking love Nando's.
I can eat something that's extra hot from Nando's, but my mouth isn't going to like it later. I'll normally stick to either medium or one of the really mild ones that just has herbs and shit in.
Well, what do we have? Oh, wait, you said Mando's, not Land. Okay,
I was
got
going to
it.
say Nando Calrissian. God damn it, you stepped on my joke.
You game it wrong.
And again, I know I've said this before, but you know that Galaxy's Edge Star Wars park they put in like near Disney World, right, in Florida? How the hell did no one think to call that Orlando Calrissian?
Right?
Yeah.
That's what happened when the suits take over the nerddom. They don't even name shit properly.
Yeah. Also, I'm reading those comments about the 5-pound bag of sugarless gummy bears, and holy shit.
Okay, here it is. I'm going to read this one. I'm going to read this one. This is a good one.
Sure.
It all started at 6 a.m. the night before one of my hunting buddies had bought these without noticing that they were sugar-free. He's one of these guys always reading about the effects of food and dieting and stuff, and refused to eat them, claiming they would make you gain weight. So he gave them to me. I was out in the deer woods, far from any toilet or toilet paper. If I could go back in time, I would have ran my friend over on the way or made sure my parents had never met, because after just 5 or so of these hell-bent demon-possessed spawn of Satan bears, I knew I should have read the comments before taking these in my friend's hand.
Sorry, Randolph.
It all started with a low rumble, like distant thunder, mating call of a rhinoceros. I was sure it would scare away any deer within a 5-mile radius. It didn't stop at that. My intestines began to move inside of me like snakes after eating cherry bombs. My soul itself seemed to be working its way through my bowels.
Wow.
By then, I knew I had to get out of that tree stand, but by then I knew it was too late. I made a break for it just as the sun began to rise. I ran like a madman in a way that I can only describe as pregnant ostrich Sasquatch women. I had only made it a few yards when Lucifer himself shot out at me like a potato tied to a ceiling fan. I crumbled to the ground as I tried to rip off my extremely expensive no-scent camouflage hunting pants, but it was too late. I stayed in that spot for what felt like hours. My life flashed before my eyes, and I relived the time I caught my first bass. I prayed to God to kick a satellite from the sky to crush me, but my cries for mercy were covered by the explosions of Satan still coming from my body.
Oh my God.
The stuff coming out of me would have caught fire if he'd struck a match anywhere near it. As I sat with my tormented thoughts, I saw the biggest buck I'd ever seen in my life. 12 to 14 point walk slowly past my tree stand, a flippin' perfect shot. I sat in a puddle of my own defeat, trying not to suffocate on the fumes coming from the tainted turds.
Oh.
After what seemed like an eternity, I managed to waddle back to the brand new truck where I had no other clothes or anything to clean myself with. The smell of my truck and the butt stains left on my once perfect seats will forever torment my dreams. I have gone through an eternity of air fresheners and nothing has worked. Whenever somebody has to drive with me, they ask what happened to my truck, and I tell them a really long story about how I delivered a calf in the middle of the night.
Oh my God.
The titles of some of these are great. Like, just, it's true. All of it. And Night of 1,000 Waterfalls.
Oh God. It's like chili juice, but gummy flavored.
But they make my ass sound like Chewbacca.
My pre-colonoscopy meds were not as effective as the 40 bears I ate.
What's wrong with these bears that they're just making everybody shit?
A delicious way to spice up a party. These things are dangerously tasty. Yeah. You and your friends will want to eat them by the fistful, but unless you want to be a party pooper, I suggest you count on how many of these puppies you're eating. Here's a handy guide to how much you should eat based on your desired results. Based on experiments with friends, results may vary. 1 to 5, harmless fun. 6 to 12, toot fluting. 13 to 18, room clearing. 19 to 23, friendship testing. 24 to 28, gagging and cramping. 25 to 30, grab a book and park it on the porcelain. 30 plus has not been tested, but would only recommend for a day of bowel cleansing or torture. 16 people found this helpful.
This does not surprise me.
I kind of want to eat one.
I feel like the regulations
have a dish
must be
of them
pretty
on my
lax.
desk at work.
Oh yeah.
Revenge.
So I just shared to everybody in our room here. Somebody will have to share it out to the regular chat. But there's a guy by the name of LA. Used to go by the name LA Beast.
Yeah.
And he ate a 5-pound bag of those Haribo gummy bears.
Yeah.
The sugar-free ones. And so his reaction to that is about 13 minutes, and about 4 of it is just him, just like it's that scene from from Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, here's a life lesson.
Oh, you already did it,
Never,
Mikey.
in
Never
the
mind.
space of less than an hour, eat 10 packets of Pop Rocks.
Too fast. I've eaten 10 bags. I've eaten an entire box of Pop Rocks all at once.
It really? Because I got to tell you, I could have lifted off to the moon if my drawers had been off. I'm just saying.
Well, you know how the boxes, they were about yay big, and they came with, like, I think 15 per side. And I pulled out row 1. Yeah, those are the ones. Ate row 1, dumped them all into my mouth, waited a couple seconds, row 2, dumped them all in my mouth, and then I took a big swig of pop.
Of your dad?
No. Soda.
Oh, see, pop is a nickname for dad, or what weasels do in songs. It's not fizzy sugar drinks.
Right. Well, up here
it's fizzy drinks.
Soda pop. Yeah. See, Sam agrees. You know, we take the British route here in Canada, where we call it pop or soda pop.
No, that's when somebody's being obviously stupid. It's soda.
You back, Randolph? Randolph, you've been solving people's internet problems and computer problems all night. How's that been going?
Well, there's a client nearby. Their server got infected with some malicious software because somebody went and installed something on there without authorization, and
that was me.
Now I get to clean up their mess.
See, I'm getting your work,
try turning the internet off and then on again.
Yeah, I know the commercial environments, people shouldn't be messing around, and there's other people involved in running the server. And
dude, I'm just trying to get you work. It was me the whole time.
I know the only thing you missed is I read a nice long review of somebody eating sugar-free gummy bears.
Yeah, no. I don't want to hear Swede read that again.
No. Long story short, it's laxative.
I can watch it later.
Yeah, exactly.
To what Simply Secular is saying there, no. Was that a thing? Like, does a banana ignite Sprite's explosive powers when it's been combined with gastric acids? What?
I don't know. I will apologize for Simply Secular. He's from my neck of the woods. He lives literally 15 minutes away from me. So.
Oh.
Yeah, eating a banana and drinking Sprite at the same time makes you throw up.
Oh. I was not aware of that.
Makes you throw up?
Yes.
Really? I have to test it now.
Yeah, I never heard that. I'm going to have to test.
I only know this because we got told it in primary school, and one of my classmates didn't believe someone, so they brought in a banana and filled up the water bottle with Sprite the next day, and they ate it and drank it, and they just threw up in the.
Yeah, you know,
it's probably.
This isn't one of those they took Rick Astley's song off the internet things, is it?
I almost got all of you.
Well, also
Didn't almost get me.
That's my ringtone.
Of all the fruits I could possibly choose, banana is not my first choice for what I hope are obvious reasons.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Too much potassium. They're radioactive.
Yeah, that's the reason. That's totally the reason.
Radioactive.
I presume peaches are the preferred.
Millions of peaches. Peaches for free.
Man, I still got a little strawberries. Ooh. Wow, with the camera, it made it look like they're sitting in urine. That's not weird.
How you eat them?
Yeah, sure, it's not urine. Sure. Hey, not judging.
Those strawberries look fresh.
Well, you know, I was just taking the piss.
Let your pink flag fly.
So
do you guys want a beer again?
Do you guys remember a game? It was on Dreamcast, I think. Like this was probably like early aughts, and it was called Seaman. And there was like introductory AI, and they would just it was like a little.
Was it spelled that way or? It was
No.
SEA.
SEA. And pretty much it was like a bass.
Leonard Nimoy did the American voice to it.
Thank you. You know what I
Why did I know X knew all about this?
Because it was like one of the
Because it was
very
for
first,
its time, it was amazing. You know?
Yeah. So it was this like bass looking thing, but it had like a human face on it, and it would come up and like have conversations with you. And it was like
you had a mic. You had a mic on your controller, and you could talk to him.
And you would talk to him. So my buddy's older brother bought it because he was old enough to do so, and he said something like, "So what do you do for work?" He's like, "Oh well, more or less, I'm in sales." You're in sales? Yeah. You're in sales? That's disgusting.
What are you talking about?
You're in sales. That's disgusting. Okay. I was wondering if anybody else had ever heard. Let me see if I can find the.
Well, don't worry. Aaron would call this urine.
Well, when they tried to change Uranus to Uranus, it really didn't help the planet, did it? You know, either way, 5-year-olds are making jokes about that shit, no matter how you pronounce it. I don't know if there's a way to pronounce Uranus.
55-year-olds are making fun of it.
Childishly silly.
Yeah, everywhere.
There's a 55-year-old making funny of it.
I'm not 55 yet. Don't overage me, Irish. What the fuck? I just turned 54 on the 20th. Like I'm not there yet.
I'm rounding up your insurance age.
Oh,
that's messed up.
That soon after the birthday? Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You're not allowed to have insurance anymore. I hope your heart bursts open in an alien.
My God.
Like, what the fuck?
What's the chances? Like, this was the game. Like that dude, you talked to that.
Oh yes, I remember this.
Yeah, like
perfectly weird. Perfectly weird. I love that game.
It looks like the beginning of Monty Python's Meaning of Life.
And then this bad boy went into where like the
VMU went.
Yeah.
Or the Rumble pad went.
Yeah, it would go right in there, and there was a little microphone on there, and you would talk to this thing, and he was just like a snarky little asshole. He was the worst.
Yeah, go watch the Angry Video Game Nerd video on that one with James Rolfe. That's a pretty good one.
That was someone else. I remember that. I never played it, but I remember it. But I don't really remember hearing much about it. So, I don't know. Maybe I lived in a closet. I'm not sure.
Maybe I should I wonder if there's like an emulator for that. There's got to be, right?
I don't know, but I'm still trying to figure out how to hook up the N64 emulator because I bought these fucking things, and I want to play some fucking Mario Kart 64. Damn it!
64 emulation is kind of rough. I mean, you can do it, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work with everything. That's the thing.
So it turns out that my old Xbox 360 still functions.
Oh shit! It's Mr. Creosote.
but no, seriously, like when you show this image of that one dude, it looks just like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Morning.
But I forget the name. Harold's being eaten, or is it Fred, or something? I forget the name of the.
Can't remember.
Yeah.
But I just remember, how are you today, Mr. Creosote? Better.
Fuck off. I'm full.
Better get me a bucket. I'm gonna throw up.
Is wafer thin?
And don't skimp on the patty.
I think I'm officially an old person because the other day I ended a conversation with someone by saying good morning.
Good morning.
I'd say good morning no matter what time of day it is, just because, well, A, I think it's funny, and 2, it confuses people and forces them to ask what the hell I'm saying. So.
But not on the intro. I did it for the outro, like in a very posh British fashion.
Good morning.
The proper way to exit from a conversation is to tell the person to have a day.
Ooh,
have a day.
Have a day.
Or I always think, good morning, good morning. Like
donkey.
Of course, another acceptable conversation ending is your mother was a hamster and your father smelled
elderberries.
Yep.
So back to the Mr. Creosote bit. The best whole thing that happened there.
Second time.
The best thing that happened there is that after he exploded and the cleaning lady's cleaning it up and they're doing the whole "What's the meaning of life to you?"
Right.
And the garçon or the maitre d' is there And he's sitting there and the cleaning lady's talking about all the stuff about her life, and she's like, well, at least I'm not working for the Jews. And he takes the bucket of vomit and just turns it right on top of her head. Yeah. I'm sorry, I did not know we had such a racist working with us.
I want to know the meaning of life. Follow me.
He just walks him dead. That is the home I grew up in.
Fuck you.
That's stupid? Well, fuck you.
Man, the Python movies are so I know I need to watch them now too. And I gotta say, Bionic Dance, when I saw you come up with that intro using the Monty Python stuff, I was like, okay, I love this girl even more now.
Yeah, I don't know what inspired that, but I knew I had to do it.
Right? And it was beautiful. Beautifully done.
Yeah.
So well done.
Oh, yes. Excellent.
Yeah.
Like you went up a whole level in that one for sure. Definitely.
Well,
see, Monty Python and Black
animations will hold up. So.
Yeah, Marie. Sorry, I'm just. Look at she's like, wait, what? Let's not go the whole that route.
Well, I mean, Bionic Dance was one of the first like YouTube atheists I remember watching, and I was watching a lot of real bad people at that time, and so I'm glad I could balance it out. So
what? My channel was around then.
Oh no! Before I am the person I am now, I was the complete shitlord. I was like following Sargon of Akkad, and I was watching all these like MRA kind of people.
So. You know, it's funny because I was Sargon for like years, but only from Noel Plum 99. He's the only one I ever heard the name from, and I was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" Because apparently he's famous or something, and somehow just like only was on the periphery of the circle of people who talk about him.
I like Noel. Noel's good people. I'm trying to get him on the show too, but he doesn't really have a deconversion story. But then again, neither did Kate, and she came on the show, and we had a great conversation.
It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Well, anytime I get to reference the 80s and shit like that and like just talk about stuff like that, it's always a bonus.
Noel will talk about beer brewing with you for 2 hours.
Noel? Really? Yeah. Beer brewing?
Yeah.
Okay, I got to bug the crap out of him. I'm trying to get Creaky on here too.
He's a home brewer. He's a big home brewer.
I haven't cooked a batch of beer in a long time. I should do that again.
I know, neither have I. Since '89, actually, it was the last.
I think all my shit's in storage. I'd have to get it all out, but the point is, I could if it got to be a bad time, you know.
You have the technology. We can rebrew it.
I challenge anyone, to find beer that I enjoy that is not of the root or ginger variety. I have never found beer that to me didn't taste like malted road tar. Ever.
Yeah, I'm on the same thing. A hard cider or a hard lemonade is the closest I'd ever come to drinking beer.
Yeah,
so I'll have cider.
I was gonna say the thing that probably
that
throws you guys off is the hops, because those are mainly what adds that bittery, tarry taste to it, and so.
I am a super taster, so I taste bitterness that other people can't, and it may just be that there's something fundamental about beer that will always be gross to me. I don't know.
Yeah, see, and for me, I love absolute bittery stuff like a like dark chocolates, and like I drink. I've been drinking seltzers doing this whole show, just carbonated ass water, and everybody's like, "Ugh, how can you drink that?" I'm like, "It's fucking good, man."
You need to carbonated ass water. Quinine. You know, it's like quinine is what makes like seltzer water and stuff so bitter. Yeah. And seriously, she loves the crap out of it. She really does.
I love it. With hops, like my favorite are like double IPAs, and they even have a triple IPA made by Ninkasi, which is really good too. So it's like the more bitter you can make it, the more fruity and tasty it is to me. I fucking love it.
So my question is, who can eat cilantro?
I can't.
No, it tastes like soap.
It tastes like chemicals to me.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm able to eat it. I just don't want to.
Oh yeah, it's edible.
Yeah,
I have a question.
I didn't know about the cilantro thing, and Sloth Girl would order from Chipotle and get the cilantro rice, and I was always
and it's always nasty.
Well, I was always complaining that it seemed like that they washed the containers properly or something, because it always tasted like the dish soap residue.
Well,
are the people who do not taste soap when they eat cilantro in the minority?
Looks
What
that
about
way.
soap candies? Does it have the little floral gums or soap candies or whatever they're called?
Those are called
those
bath
are
bombs,
Tide
and you're not
Pods.
supposed to eat those.
You're not supposed to
Tide
eat
Pods.
those, Neil.
Right. But they're so
Yeah, no,
swarmy.
my lot are supposed to eat the Tide Pods.
What about Thrills gum? Do you guys have Thrills gum down there?
Doesn't
I never
sound
heard of it.
in my neighborhood.
Yellow package,
Clove
purple
gum?
lettering, says clove. Yeah, I've had that.
Oh, that's
Thrills
been
gum
around for
literally
years.
it tastes like soap, like you're chewing soap. So.
I don't
So
know
maybe
if
that's maybe there's some sort of link between atheism and not being able to stomach the taste of cilantro.
All right.
Oh, hey, maybe
I
that's
like
right.
cilantro. I just can't
How
eat
many
it
of
whole.
us are lefties? Left-handed.
I'm
Left-handed.
actually ambidextrous.
Yeah, I'm ambidextrous.
Right-handed.
All right.
So a
Well,
good chunk
I
of
guess
the
there's no
audience.
correlation there.
Most of the stuff I do is right-handed, but
Oh,
I
Jesus.
am ambidextrous.
I can use most tools with either hand, and my handwriting is illegible no matter which hand I use.
The interesting
settle down.
statistic of
I'll
left-handers
pull
is
down.
they're 10% of the population, but 50% of the surgeons.
Yeah, I actually wonder if I wasn't supposed to be left-handed and they trained me out of it.
Actually, a lot of actors seem to be left-handed. Like, I don't know why I keep noticing that, but every time I see someone left-handed in Hollywood, I'm like, oh, hey, another one of you. And it's gotten to the point where it's like, hey, oh, wait, there's the right-handy, and then you. It just seems like being left-handed means that you'll probably do better as an actor. Kind of the way having blue eyes. Have you ever actually stopped and watched how many white folks have blue eyes in Hollywood? Because I'm telling you, it's far beyond the proportion you should be able to get just from genetics. Yeah.
Well, I could see the blue eye thing as
Randolph,
being something that, casting directors see as being more attractive.
Well, sure, but it's still obnoxious.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking as, those of us from the dark that they might as well be black-eyed.
No, I'm just saying I can see that one's not necessarily a random selection.
Well,
I'm
no,
with you on that one, Kate. My eyes are pretty fucking dark as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they look like it in the picture.
Well, I mean, if shine bright-ass light right into my eyes, it'll look actually brown, but without that, they're like just dark as night.
My eyes are blue when I'm totally relaxed.
Let me grab one of these. Listen, purple's got mood eyes.
Yeah, my eyes are blue if I'm totally relaxed. Most of the time, they're green.
Here's
And
one.
my fiance used to love to just sit there and stroke my hair to watch my eyes change.
Nice.
That's crazy.
This is one of those advertised on TV super flashlights that you can run it over with a fucking Hummer and it lights it. Dude, these are shit.
That's hippie made.
Anyway, but see, look at that. 850 gazillion luma watts or whatever the fuck they call it. But anyways, watch this. I can see. Look at that. See, you can't see
1.21 gigawatts.
1.8.
So, like,
X is running up the score today.
This is how you used to tell ghost stories. You put the flashlight down here and go, once upon a time.
now,
I think it's scarier without the light on.
You can run it over with
X.
or during.
Untap this.
What was that? Sorry, Kate?
Was it that you can run that flashlight over with a Hummer or during a Hummer?
You run over the flashlight in the Hummer while you're behind the wheel.
What if you're driving a Hummer
With Kate
while
around,
running a Hummer?
I need to be. What, I'm sorry. With Kate around, it somehow I need to be explicitly.
Is Doorknob Head here somehow? I mean,
that dude is a fucking.
I got to make sure that I've got all the stuff going on there so that there's no misinterpretation. I'm running over the flashlight, not my feet running, but in the car with the wheels turning and steering over the flashlight because they say you can in the commercial and it still works out good. I haven't tried that yet, but it doesn't live up to the hype that they have on the TV. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I've seen some like those ads.
You in that you'd need such a weapons grade flashlight.
I don't know, but it's got this. Hang on, I'll show you. It's got this. Wait, that's not working. There you go. Flash.
Hippie mace.
so you can give somebody some epilepsy while you're at it. Great, that's nice of you.
Exactly. But I wasn't worried about Kate anymore because she had an operation. So
Yeah, well, that lights don't trigger my seizures anyway. It was always food.
Oh. Wow. So you got like the worst one possible. Is that what you're telling me?
Almost everything I wasn't allowed to eat was stuff I adore.
Right?
The human body was designed by God to be flawless.
My empathy level for you now, Kate, has notched you up even another level now, because that is just
that's not pleasant.
Horrifying.
Okay, and most people would think that caffeine and chocolate would be the ones that would hurt the most, but the one that really stung was ginger.
Oh wow, yeah, because ginger's amazing.
And in everything.
Yeah.
Like seriously, not eating Asian food.
Oh.
Yeah, you were in Seattle at the time too, so
where's my razors?
So you missed eating redheads?
Oh my God. Points.
You know, the thing is, like one of these days, I think it'd be fun to have like a Chinese girlfriend, but once you go down on her, minutes later, you want to do it again. You're ready for seconds.
Why did I know that was coming?
I felt it in the ether.
All right. Phrasing.
Yes.
Is there going to be another season of
go soon though? Because I really haven't had dinner yet. It is like 8:15, so
exactly. Yeah,
that's a fair point.
Kate, I don't know.
You know what I've had for dinner? 2 tablespoons or teaspoons of hot sauce. That's been my dinner.
That'll do it for you.
Okay,
One
he has rice. I think it was purple, and I got a big old bag of basmati, and now I want to make a stir fry.
There you go. Awesome. With ginger.
And 5 spice and all those other thingies that make it. I have curry, lots of curry and white pepper. Oh, I could make such a stir fry.
And some MSG and.
Fuck, I got to come down there because it sounds really good what you're about to make.
That sounds tasty. Curry is always.
I am the queen of stir fries. There's like I can't cook anything else, but you want a stir fry? Oh, I'm a gold medal winner. Anyway,
what is a curry?
Curry. Well, I mean, curry is a spice, but when you talk about a dish, it's usually something like Indian, but not exclusively. Like there's a lot of Thai curries.
No. I know what like the curry vindaloo and all that, but like curry, it's a plant. Is it like the bark, the seeds? What is a curry?
So there are actually different types of curry.
I believe it's a mixture of things, is it not?
I'm looking.
Too many people talking at once.
What curry?
Yeah, I thought that curry was a mixture of spices. Am I incorrect here?
No. Curry's an actor, Tim.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay.
Yes.
I really am hungry. I'm going to make like a baby. Actually... So have fun. Catch you a Virginia Secret.
Night, hon. God, I love that woman. Anyway.
So tons of mice have realized that I did the hot sauce earlier, and I'm sorry, Mikey, but this one gets points.
Okay, I will mark that down.
That's fucking beautiful. Hello, Sammy Jenkins.
Dishes dishes originating in the Indian subcontinent that use a complex combination of spices or herbs, usually including these things: ground turmeric, cumin, coriander, ginger, and fresh dried chilies.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. That's what a curry is.
And there are different there are different types and blends and all that stuff.
Green, red, yellow, different various types.
It's more
I've seen Power Rangers X.
Why did they have to make Zach the Black Ranger? Why did they have to make the one black guy the Black Ranger?
And why Trini got to be the Yellow Ranger?
Right?
Y'all ain't slick. Y'all ain't slick. It was not missed by me.
4,000 years old. That curry is fucking delicious. That's all I can say.
Who said that? Tons of Mice?
No. That was
before
Sammy Jenkins.
The one before that. That was Mice, right?
Oh yeah. You're talking about the my bed sheets?
Yeah.
New bed sheets? That was fucking genius, is what that was.
That's a nice wrist shot right there.
All right, so hang on. Yeah, no.
Neil's got to go get Swifty here in a second.
No, I got to go get more beer. I'm out of beer, and I got to pee because, like I always say, We don't buy beer; we just rent it.
Oh yeah, get swifty.
Shit
on the floor.
No, I gotta sleep in here too. Fuck that.
Damn it, X. I'm gonna need a new marker. Are you gonna start funding these markers that I'm burning through because you're trying to fucking go easy, Wilt?
Hashtag Mikey's marker fund.
I'm so fucking bored at work.
So apparently Trump was talking about how Biden
God.
will like ban a whole bunch of stuff like Thanksgiving and concerts and whatever. And one of the responses is, I'm voting for Biden anyway, but if he somehow makes it illegal to go to my kid's Christmas program, I might raise money for a bus on Mount Rushmore for Joe.
Yo, I apologize to my mother for going to like my recorder recital in the gymnasium of my like grade school, because looking back on that, how terrible to hear 100 idiot snot-nosed kids playing recorder simultaneously. It's got to be, that's true love, right? That's unconditional love.
Yeah, it's what you do for your kids.
Man, I'm kicking my kid out of that school 3 weeks before that concert is set up. Like, not doing that one. You're switching schools.
The other response is, I hope he bans pumpkin patch trips. He'd win the Midwest by all the male votes.
Hopefully she's asleep, but she definitely tried to get me to go to a pumpkin patch. And I was like, yeah, we can totally do that. Oh man, COVID though.
Okay, the pumpkin patch things were fun until I was about 10 years old.
I'm allergic to hay.
Okay,
like,
so
I don't want to be there.
Here's the thing though, is that I've never done Halloween.
Oh yeah, we're gonna change that this year. That's right.
Oh yeah, we're gonna continue not doing Halloween for you then this year.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, come on. Last year I did Christmas for Jehovah's Witnesses.
Hold on. I heard that. Sam, hold
That's
on.
like giving some lady a bris. It doesn't quite work.
No, it doesn't.
God damn it,
Sam. Hey, hang on. Yeah, X gets way more points. He gets like 10 points for that one.
He was crushing it.
Sam, I have Brain Bug on for Halloween night, so why don't you join us for the after party for that? We're all going to be in costume. You want to kind of take part in a little Halloween-y sort of thing, or what?
Dress up.
Yeah, that works. I don't know what I'd dress up as besides maybe a supervillain, given all the black I wear, but
works for me.
No. You have to go out and get a very specific costume. You don't just put on clothes you already have.
No. Are you saying Sam is a supervillain?
Yeah,
Sam,
don't wear your normal supervillain stuff.
Are you holding out on us?
Do we need to start playing Ministry? I mean,
there's a reason most of my friends label me as the serial killer friend.
Oh, all right.
Well, I gotta get to bed, you guys. The sun's gonna be up anytime now.
And then always expel Sam.
What were you saying there, Mikey?
Oh, I said it twice. I'm gonna get to bed if Sam's the serial killer amongst us. You know what? Sam is sus. I've been everybody in the chat. F in the chat if you think Sam is sus. Come on.
Orange is sus.
I'm gonna skip this one.
I've yet to play this, but eventually it'll happen, I'm sure.
Among Us is very good.
Never played it.
It's a good game. I had troubles with the controls, so people kept thinking I was sus because I couldn't get the task done.
I permanently seem sus simply because I'm incompetent.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Then count me into that.
It'll be even more fun.
I mean, it's got to be hard to play the game when you're shitting your pants. I mean, incompetent. Yeah. My bad.
No, that's incontinent.
Incontinence, you buttocks.
Incontinence, you buttocks.
No. Yeah. Incontinent is when you're in like Spain or France instead of England.
No, that's intercontinental.
I think part of the appeal of this game is the social psychological aspects. So very interesting.
Yeah, it's just gaslighting your friends all day long.
Yeah, just gaslighting friends.
Well, and also that nobody can choose to be it. It's always chosen randomly.
That's right.
Yep.
It's fun.
I just love how the 3 games that I played, I was put through the vacuum chute and sent into the cold darkness of space.
Yeah.
I never got I would. Oh no, I take it back. The first game I died first, and I was like, I don't understand this game. Like I'm not learning.
Yeah.
Like I just walked around, tried to do a task, and I died. And they're like, "Okay, cool. Now we're gonna solve the mystery of how you died." I was like, "So what do I do?" So they're like, "Nothing." And I was like, "This game sucks. This is a stupid game. If I can't even play."
No, after you're dead, you come back as a ghost, and you're supposed to finish your task. But I was like,
"Shit, fuck
wait
that
a minute.
shit.
You people who just threw me off the ship now expect me to come back and help your side."
That's what I was saying.
I'm not doing that.
I just got murdered, and then you
you're
guys
not solid. How are you supposed to do anything?
Your ghosts apparently can do work on this spaceship.
Yeah, ghosts can do ship repairs. Except for emergency breakages of things like the oxygen or the nuclear reactor. The emergency stuff you can't fix, but everything else you're expected to go and do your tasks like normal, fix the electrics, transfer data from one place to another, that sort of stuff.
I just lied. I was talking to the other ghost, just lying my ass off because I was like, "Fuck this game. I don't care. Y'all killed me."
Yeah, it's fixed. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're all good over here, guys. No need to double check me.
Get your hands away from that button.
No.
All right, guys.
I want to play it. We should all play it. I'd like to play with you guys.
You want me to start a stream and play?
Okay, fuck you guys. Why? Why are you doing this now? I gotta go to bed soon.
Yeah, you're right. So Sweet, what do you want to do?
In the morning, for fuck's sakes. Well, dedicate my after parties. I try. Well, yeah, no, I don't. I'm a lazy. According to my supervisor, I'm the laziest fucker in the building. But
he's welcome.
No, he's the one that walks around the whole place with no PPE on, yelling at people, and doing fuck all else.
Oh no, he better get off me, dog.
I'm the lazy
one. Projecting. So he's projecting.
Yes, he is. Yes, like a fucking gigantic project. No, I don't know. Never mind. Yeah, he's projecting.
What about Brain Bugs after party?
What about Brain Bugs after party?
I'll be in the middle of doing my show.
The Among Us sewed? Or do you have? When's the next time you're donating blood? Maybe the next time you donate blood.
That's like a month and a bit away. Like a month, not just
almost 2 months away.
2 months away. Yeah.
Yeah, we just did that last week.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we missed it. We missed our window, people. We could have played Among Us.
I like the people that are here with us now that are interested in doing that to be able to play, and we can't do it Saturday because X does his show on Saturday. So
cancel his show. Easy.
No.
Mine's profitable.
Mine doesn't do that shit. He gets to do his show. He can come in here and we'll do it on a night where all of us can be here. Anyone that wants to play and be involved can be here.
Yeah. I think a Monday night would be a good one.
A Monday or a Wednesday, because either of those, X is usually available. He might be at work, but it's usually available.
Yeah,
as long as I know beforehand, I can plan my sleep schedule to be awake.
There you go. All right. So we'll keep in touch and we'll figure that out because it's been almost 3 hours and I have I still have to have a little snack before I hit the hay. So,
what are you rivaling me for length of live stream?
I'm sorry.
Are you rivaling me for length of live stream?
Oh no, I've gone a lot longer than this.
Oh, okay, fine.
Well, so you don't want no smoke.
This is back in the day. Jamie Boone was in here. There was a Randolph. I think you were part of for some of it, anyways. The one where we went over 9 hours, probably over a year ago.
Okay, I haven't done a 9-hour stream in a while.
I kind of remember it. Yeah,
long back in the day. Purple, you might remember. I think you were around for that one.
Who was your guest on that one?
I can't remember honestly, but we went for a long. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know I was on a couple with you that went all night, but
yeah, and with the one with Jamie in it, like Jamie Boone, who was with us. He had Alice, I think, with him at the time.
Oh, I was there for that. That was like 5 or 6. That was a long night.
Yeah, it was a long one. Anyway. We're not going for that type of a marathon stream tonight, but first of all, everyone that's still hanging around in the chat, you guys are troopers. Thanks for doing that. Oh, we just lost one. Went from 14 to 13 right before my very eyes.
Thumbs up, y'all. Thumbs up.
I hate all of you. No, I'm kidding. I'm just.
Oh, speaking of marathon streams, people have started asking me if I was going to do the Christmas Day relay chat again.
Oh yeah, right.
So, yeah, it looks like people are expecting it, so we're going to have to put together. So I'll be looking for people willing to take 2-hour time slots anytime Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Hi.
I will probably be dragged off to deal with various family members.
I thought you said drugged.
Yeah.
That too, Neil. I might go out for a smoke in the evening on Christmas.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to have the schedule all together and put it somewhere that everybody can find it. So as people come home, they can find out which channel's currently running it.
Okay.
We'll do that. Those are a lot of
Especially
fun.
this year, we really need to do it because nobody can leave the house for anything.
That's right. That's right.
That's I figure there's going to be a lot more people who can't be with the family they would normally be with.
Right. But I'll still do it even if I'm with the family. So, and I probably will be.
Put me down as a yes.
Put me down
Okay.
as a yes.
Yeah, I haven't really started organizing it yet. I'm just throwing it out there so people are aware.
You got only got 2 months left. Less than that.
Yeah, definitely less.
Yeah, and Pirate Kitty was a very big help on organizing it last year, and I have the impression that she's a lot busier now and probably won't be able to help as much.
The kid ate yesterday. She doesn't have to just or am I thinking there's so many kitties. I might be talking about the wrong kitty. Skeptic. No, I think I'm talking about Skeptic.
Theo's probably gone by the time this gets to where Theo can see it, he's probably already gone. Somebody out there tell Theo I say goodnight. Like that.
Neil says goodnight, Theo.
I do that to my wife all the time when she goes, remind me to do this. I go, then do it.
Well, that's not how it works. Sam, you decided to try. Wait, it almost looks like you're wearing the design of that almost looks like a what do you call it?
A Dalek.
That's the one I'm looking. That's exactly. Get out of my head, Purple.
Yes.
No, when you started to say it, I could see the pattern right away.
Yeah.
Yes, I am a Dalek. Exterminate.
Exterminate the doctor.
Are we ready for the scoreboard? Is it that time?
It is that time. We're gonna once again. We have the Mike scoreboard for the points tonight. Nope, that's up. Not enough, Sam. You're done. No more points. It's all coming down. It's all here now. What do we got? There's probably a lot tonight.
Damn it. Well,
I need a new producer. Anyone? Bueller?
I can't use red apparently.
What's that?
I can't use red.
No, because it doesn't show up at all.
It's getting a lot of reflection.
Yeah.
I only got 2. That's
I thought you had 3.
Womp womp.
Where the points are made up and the score doesn't matter.
That's exactly what I said last time.
With fucking 10, the winner tonight is X. X, your prize
tonight. Bravo.
Hey.
Prize is in the mail. X.
What prize? He's still waiting for a fucking sticker from me from Patreon, for Christ's sake.
So the thing is, I don't know your address, so I just mailed it to somebody.
You can just send it to Occupant, P.O. Box 160699, Clearfield, Utah, 84016.
Yeah, I didn't know that before I sent it. I already sent out the prize. I'm so sorry. Maybe next week.
No, now that I've got a studio, though, I'll actually have a fucking real address. That's crazy.
Yo.
By the way, Occupant is going to be the name of my next band. I like that.
I'm going to make a cover band that covers Neil's band songs, and it's going to be called Occupied.
Diana puts it in the chat. Theo, Neil says goodnight.
And I'm gonna do a cover version of Mikey's band. We're just gonna call ourselves Mudhole.
And then Tons of Mice is going to make a cover band of the cover band of the cover band, and it's going to be called Neil's Bed Sheets.
How did we get there?
Since we have truth in advertising laws, if I create a band, I would have to call it The Untalented.
I would actually watch that. We were going to call our band this legit long time ago, and it came up from my original bass player, Ross. He said we should call ourselves Better Than Shitty. I like that.
Yeah, but then the K-pop fans would be coming after you because you're trying to use a shorter name for your band with an acronym. They're going to be like, you're not BTS. You're not BTS.
Oh my God! I never even put that together.
He's still running the score up. Like, what's wrong with X? He's on performance-enhancing drugs, clearly.
That's just it, Mikey. There's nothing wrong with X. He's on fire tonight.
And this is me sober.
Right?
That's all that. See,
we're in trouble.
He's not using drugs, so his performance is enhanced. That's why. Okay, X. You know what? Who's second place?
You're gonna give it to them because you're like,
yeah,
you
because
cheater.
You're juicing.
Have you ever
You're
considered
sober on Neil's
No,
screen?
just put an asterisk next to S.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind. I'm still in the fucking book. That's all
It's
that
like
matters.
your Stanley Cup's going to have one.
Barry Bonds in it over here.
Mikey, have you considered that X is only funny because of the drugs you're taking?
Holy shit balls.
Oh. That's the name of my first album, Tunson. It's already been done.
It was an EP.
Yeah, it was an EP. It was a half a song EP.
And two of them were the fucking instrumentals for it. You know?
Do you remember that shit? Like you guys were talking about like rewinding, because I put that in the chat earlier. Like, kids don't know what rewind means. Kids don't understand that when a single came out, you got the radio version, you got the extended version, and you got the instrumental.
Yeah.
And that was $6 or $7, and you were glad to pay it.
Yep.
Crazy world we lived
And then Napster came around.
And then Metallica got pissed.
Did you see the animations of that? They did Metallica animations? They're old. They're like from a long time ago. Look up animated Metallica. You'll find it.
I wanted to give Metallica another try because they've never been like a really like prolific band for me. I know some people really like them. Yeah, I got it. I'm not mad about it.
Old route.
But when I start, I'm like, okay, I've listened. I like all their stuff up until Black Album, and Black Album is all right. That's where they made it big. That's where they got hugely popular with like everybody else in the world. And then I tried listening to stuff after that, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's like when Dave Mustaine like stopped being with Megadeth. It's like, ugh.
Yeah. Exactly.
For me, it all got kind of spoiled because I didn't get into like rock and roll until like my teenage years. So at that point, I had heard fucking like Dragon Force. So it's like, oh, listen to Metallica. I was like, I don't know, man. These guys aren't that good. Like these other guys are like shredding their fucking faces off. Like, why are these guys good to you? But there's like a whole nostalgia thing to it that I just don't have.
It just has to be the right Metallica though. But like if you want like shredding guitar, you listen to fucking you listen to shit like oh god, what am I thinking of here? They had Rain and Blood and
Slayer.
Oh, Slayer.
Yeah, Yngwie Malmsteen is fucking good
like
too, man.
Like I always thought Slayer was way better than Metallica, and then I would always get like shit on. I was like, well, have you listened to both albums? Like how am I
they are? But I love Yngwie Malmsteen, Yngwie J. Malmsteen. You know, lest we confuse him with all the other Yngwie Malmsteens.
He didn't just go by Yngwie because you know
don't want to put the J in there. What's that for? Jackass? Like I needed a J in here. I don't want to be confused with all the other Yngwie Malmsteen.
Yngwie Jaco Pastorius Malmsteen.
He wanted to name himself after John McLaughlin, the other great guitarist.
Yeah, no, that's not what he wanted. But I don't disagree with what you said. He's fantastic. But I'm an admirer of music in general. It doesn't have to be a specific genre. When you work in the industry for so long, you kind of acquire a taste for all music.
Yeah.
Nuno Bettencourt's really good.
Nuno Bettencourt is actually a really fucking good musician. I agree with you. Yep.
Buckethead is
fantastic, man.
Can I throw out one last thing that I hope everybody watches? I don't know where you can find it. Probably on like Amazon or something like that. But It Might Get Loud. And
phenomenal movie. I'm 100% behind this.
It is so good. Everybody, if you can find it somewhere, actually, let me just search it while Neil's doing his wrap up, and I'll post it in the chat. But if you can find It Might Get Loud, and that's who's in that? The Edge.
The Edge
from U2, Jack White from the White Stripes and the Raconteurs, and who's it?
Come on, man.
John. Who is it? I don't know. I never listened to that.
I've never caught this movie, so I don't know. I can't help you here.
Stop laughing at me, Neil, and just say the name. Just laughing at me. Just let me suffer out here.
I don't understand how the hell you can't.
I had Jimmy Page. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I had a gummy, Neil. Don't do this to me. I'm trying to think real hard, and it's not helping.
I had two. But Jimmy Page is one of my all-time favorite guitar players. So
yeah, it's Jimmy Page, The Edge, and Jack White.
3 different generations of amazing guitar players is what this movie's about. They get together and talk about their Sorry, Sam. Go ahead.
I get told frequently that I listen to old people music no one knows, and some of my favorite bands that I get told this about are ABBA, Fleetwood Mac, and Billy Joel.
Billy Joel's good.
As old people,
I'm not an ABBA fan, but my roommate is all over that shit.
I mean, I listen to a shit ton of stuff from kind of the 70s to the late 2000s is kind of the era I tend to listen to. But I get told it's old people music.
Being from Sweden, ABBA, they brand you with it when you're born.
Yeah. He's actually he told me he's got the tattoo ABBA right on his right butt cheek too.
Irish Swede noticeably keeps the back of his neck turned from us because he doesn't want to appear like he's got the Guts brand on his neck.
I'm fairly confident that he's got like the black light, lip tattoo like him, Black Panther
from Wakanda.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more the fact that.
Well, it's better than what the Ace of Base, tramp stamp is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey,
that now throws.
Keep in mind, Ace of Base had a fucking Nazi in that group. So.
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I like them.
All that she wants.
It's okay. You can still like them, but just be aware of that.
Just be aware.
No, because I had to fucking get Cosby's ass right the fuck up out of here. So sorry, Ace of Base, you're done. And I love me from fucking Heathcliff Huxtable. That was my fucking show growing up.
That's fine. Just watch the cover versions on that the movie they made they used the fucking acapella singing. What the hell was that movie called? Where like they start singing The Sign and the lady barfs at the first 2 minutes of the movie. Shit, what was the name of it?
Terminator 2.
No.
No, never mind. Doesn't matter.
I keep missing. Damn.
My big fat Greek wedding.
What I find really bizarre is that I've reached a point where I sometimes accidentally make a lot of my friends feel old because most of my friends are kind of 30 plus, and it really throws everyone off that I was born after 9/11.
Oh wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
And like I'm voting age as well, which is like there are people voting hopefully against Donald Trump now who were born after 9/11.
Yeah.
I hope so.
That's
and only because somebody brought up the Terminator thing there. I want you to show this to everybody, Neil. It's only like 30 seconds long, but I want you to see the abomination that was Terminator 3.
I'm ready. Oh God. Do we have to?
It's such a funny sight gag and audio gag at the same time. I can't believe this shit. It's a deleted scene, so it never made it into the regular movie, but they should have fucking left this little bit in there.
I'm ready.
I sent the link to the private chat.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, don't worry about that.
You got it? You got it, Mikey?
Working on it.
Okay.
Almost there. I made sure I got the clip part so it's not all the extra shit. It's right before Skynet.
Now would be the time to apply the lubrication.
Let me move this.
The nozzle
came from behind.
Please don't move while the nozzle calibrates.
Yes, I'm sure we're still going.
Covering. I saw you the other day.
Trying to bring it to an end, but everybody keeps interrupting me.
This will kill the show. So you're welcome.
Am I doing the audio or should I not do the audio?
No, do the video and audio. It's not music. It's just somebody talking.
All right.
It's just somebody talking, and I can't say anything more about it without ruining the fucking jokes, but
Hi, I'm Chief Master Sergeant William Candy. I was honored to be selected by CRS in the ongoing effort to save American lives.
I don't know about that accent.
We can fix it. Within our power to make war safe. And that is truly priceless.
Oh my God. What just happened to me?
Hi, I'm Sergeant Candy.
Okay, then.
I'm going to have nightmares tonight. That's all I know.
Fucking
we can change it.
Black Southern Arnold Schwarzenegger is kind of messing me up right now.
I need a joint. What the fuck?
See, I killed the show. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
You already won, X. Calm down, sir.
No, he's going for the grand prize tonight.
He's going for the record. Fuck the trophy.
Yeah.
Going for the fucking DDT at the very end here. I'm gonna spear you.
Yeah, points do not carry over to next week's episode.
No. We just can't wait to see what he brings up next time.
Oh,
but
I'll start working on it.
Until next time, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the after party. If you missed the original interview, there is a link to see it in the description box below. I do recommend it because Vice Rhino was a great time tonight. We had a great chat, and he was only able to stick around for about 15 minutes in the after party because, well, you know, he's a dad and he's got a family and expectations, and me, I'm this freewheeling asshole that can be around anytime. And this coming Halloween night, which is Saturday, I will be doing my show, and my guest that night will be Brainbug. And Brainbug, his name is Brian. He'll be bringing all kinds of creepy little crawlies that we can talk about for the Halloween special episode. And then after that, it's off into November, and I have no idea who the fuck I got lined up for November. I mean, I have it all on a piece of paper, but we'll get into that later on. Things are going to change. I will be swapping my Wednesday nights for Thursday nights for doing my show, because Wednesday nights I'm going to probably need open to be a semi-regular co-host of the Nonprofits, which is a show put on by the ACA down in Austin, Texas. So I'll be a semi-regular co-host on that show coming up in December. And probably forward after that. But for now, we're going to move the show to Thursdays. So it'll be Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And don't worry, I'll remember to redo my header on my YouTube channel so that it'll make sense. And like I always say at the end of these things, first of all, thanks to all you guys for coming in and hanging out. And Crazy Cat Lady, who's also known as the Lavender Lady, by the way, go and check out her wonderful channel. She has some great conversations there. Kate's there quite a bit because I think Diana has a thing for her. I heard that somewhere.
Oh,
but anyways.
Use that idea.
But anyway, she's a wonderful lady. Definitely check out her channel. She talks about all kinds of stuff. I've been on there a few times.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, and also thank you, Sam, for joining us tonight. As you know, I'll probably do a thank you tweet on Twitter like I always do. It might take two this time because I have quite a few people in here. But always great to have you. Thank you for staying up with us to this ungodly hour. Or sorry,
hey, totally.
Godsly hour.
Hey, there we go. It's only 3:45 in the morning. It's fine.
Yeah, well, I call that stupid o'clock, or when I have to get up and go to work, which is coming up pretty soon for me too. For Christ's sake, Mikey, always good to have you in, producer extraordinaire. You and I definitely need to talk. We got a couple things. We got some issues we got to talk about.
Yep.
Sweet. Are you still with us?
I am.
Shit, we've got his glasses are off. Pretty soon he's gonna have the rest of his clothes off, and he'll win the whole night.
I was trying to seduce you with my sexy blue eyes.
There you go. Somebody hit him with a hammer. All right. Anyway, thanks for joining us today, brother. And purple rhymes with orange. It's been so long since you've been hanging out in one of my chats.
Yeah. Just the timing hasn't been right for a couple of months now.
Yeah, I know. You used to pop in them quite regularly. Well, guys, you can expect to see Purple in here more often, hopefully in the future, because it's always great to have you in here, man.
Yeah, well, thanks.
And X, I don't even know. You know, we've been on each other's shit so often now. Like we might as well call us internet neighbors, is what we are now, pretty much. But yeah, anytime. And what do we got to look forward to on the Outcast?
I don't have anybody picked for this weekend, so it's going to be Kyle and myself. And well, I'm terrible about getting guests. Felicia said she might make it, and I'm really looking forward to her coming on if she can. But
if you guys
what you have to look forward to is me continuing working on building the goddamn studio. So I'm going to have a probably a not charity live stream, but a charity to me because I'm going in fucking debt building this thing.
Well, I'll donate. But
that's odds for you. You know,
if you guys are still going when I'm done, I'll probably still be in costume, so I might DM you. So be aware. And then I can pop in or something. And,
comments from trolls coming out tomorrow, and then a couple of a fucking clip every day. You know, so
yep. Every day they're right there ready for my first fucking video watch in the morning when I get to work. Anyway. All right, everyone in the chat, thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. You're always here hanging out with us and having some fun in the chat, and it pleases me immensely, and I never tell you guys that enough, and I should do that more often. Thank you to all my patrons, whatever we call you guys. That works.
I'm still working on that.
It does help me. I mean, I get stuff like this, all the cool stuff to make the show look a little bit more professional. Every little bit helps. And with the whole COVID-19 thing going on right now, guys, remember to be well and be safe. And above all, be kind. All right? Because we're all humans and we all have to share this planet. And like the late, great Carl Sagan once said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And we will see you guys next time. Be aware that Randolph and I are coming up with the call-in show, True North Talk. And there is a link below, and you can go and give us a sub and follow us there. It shouldn't be too long. See you guys next time.